Are you ready to be entertained, educated? A little stimulation with your brain, lock it in. Are you ready to learn? Are you ready to laugh? Are you ready to love? Lock it in, lock it in, yeah. It's the Joe Lockett Show, lock it in, lock it in, yeah. It's the Joe Lockett Show, lock it in, lock it in. It's the Joe Lockett Show. What's up, y'all? It's your boy Joe Lockett. It's 3 minutes up to the hour. You guys are locked into your favorite evening ride. Tokyo, Ohio, the land of Old Yankee. That's Scott Erica B is in the building. I see y'all coming in quickly. How y'all doing? Be the boss. Katrina, how you doing? Sharon, how you doing? You guys are locked into your favorite evening ride. I appreciate you guys so much. Tam's in the building. Thank you for your subscription, baby. What's up, T? How you doing? What's up? What's up? I see you guys out there. Facebook and YouTube. I owe y'all an apology. You know, I've been doing so much with nephew being out. You know, yesterday I had muted the sound on social media. I mean, for the other cameras. My bad. I wish you guys can hear me today. So I apologize about that. Hopefully you guys can hear me out there today. If you can, go to Facebook or YouTube and let me know if you can hear me on there now. I appreciate that, guys. All right, guys. Hey, Sean, how's it going? Monique, how you doing? Man, it is a beautiful day here in Birmingham, Alabama. And I just want to tell you guys, man, I just wasted my Kool-Aid on me. But anyway, how you doing, Monique? Shar, I see you. Thanks for locking in with the Joe Lockett Show today. What's up, 9E? How you doing? This is not good. Whatever this is that I wasted. Well, look, it's I can get it up later, but we'll do it later. It's all right. Pay more attention, Joe. And now it's all over my shirt. And then there's that. All right, guys. 57. Oh, she doesn't even know her age. Hey, Anna, you 57 in Nashville? Well, I'm 53 in Birmingham, Alabama. How you doing? Sounds good on Facebook. Thank you, Tams. I appreciate that. Thanks for looking out for me. Yeah, I messed around and I hit the mute button yesterday. Okay, but I know everybody like, what the hell are you talking about today, Joe? We tuning in because we one of the hottest shows on the internet. That every day we going home or I'm getting off work or I'm about to go to work. You give me something to think about. You give me something to get mad about or something to question my husband or boyfriend about or my girlfriend or my wife about. Yeah, that's what I do. So thank you guys. Go ahead. If you guys haven't had time, go ahead and hit the follow button, subscribe button. Or if you like my merch that's sitting over right here behind me, my life, my choice, my time. And you feel like that in 2024 because this is your time. And this shirt and this theme for me is basically it goes to my lifestyle right now. You know, my life, my choice, my time, right? It's about who I am. You know what I mean? I'm going into my second chapter of life, you know, been married twice, you know, and now I'm figuring out at 53 what I really want. And I kind of figured out it's my life now. It's my choice, it's my time, and I'm gonna do what the hell I want to do and how I want to do it without being disruptive to others and being you know, rude. But I'm making choices for me now. And making sure that whatever choice I make, I can live with it. Understanding it's my life. It's my choice. Why? Because it's my time now. Especially for the single people, if you went through a divorce, or if you're in a new relationship, or you got a new job, or whatever you got for the new chapter of 2024, you need to own it. You need to understand that, you know, in this life, you only got one, right? And you got to make it the choices because it's your time that you're actually going to be using to do whatever you're trying to accomplish or you're trying to move away from. So if you believe in that mantra and you want to get on board with everybody, and we're going to be giving away some of these hoodies and t-shirts and mugs here starting next week. So you guys stay tuned for that. We'll be giving them out live on the show right here. You guys can go to joelockett.com. That's Joe, LOCKETT.com. That's joelockett.com. Hey, Penny Baby, how you doing? Oh, 56 degrees. Oh, okay. I thought you were saying you was 57. I'm sorry. I read that wrong. But I'm still 53. How you doing? Rita, how you doing, baby? Thanks for joining in. Go there and buy the mug. You go there and buy the mug. I think the mug is like $9 or $10 or something like that. $12, I'm not for sure. But yeah, go there and buy the mug. So when you wake up in the morning, you remind yourself who you are. My life, my choice, my time. Penny, thank you for your purchase. I want to thank, I think Charlotte bought a mug. I know Tams bought a hoodie. I think Rachel bought a t-shirt. I think Shamel bought one. There's a lot of other people that bought them, but I think quite a few people here that bought one of them. And I think actually Erica bought a mug or a t-shirt. If I'm not mistaken. What's up, Nate? Nick Clark in the house. I'm gonna start calling you Nick Dog. Hello, Joe. Denise coming today? No, Denise was not coming today. She's supposed to be here yesterday, but she had some things that she got stuck at work, so she wasn't able to get off and get in time to get here. So no, she's not coming. Chrissy, you know, you have come on strong on this show in 2024. Chrissy is new to the show, and I want to welcome Chrissy to the Joe Lockett Show. Baby, I know that you're Ladies J's. I think you're her daughter. We love you. Thank you for joining into the show. Your mom is beautiful. Thank you guys so much. Get the t-shirt too, baby. Get the t-shirt. Support it. And what I need y'all to do is make sure that you guys send me a picture through social media, right? Send me the picture so I can use you guys. I want to use anybody who believes in this mantra and purchase my merch and tell me what it's about. I'm going to do a video about you in the short stories, and you'll be featured in the stories wearing my brand. So I appreciate you guys so for that. You know, Nate Dogg in the house. What's up, baby? Where's my sweatshirt, Joe? Was I supposed to give you a sweatshirt, or did you purchase a sweatshirt? I'm asking. Well, did I do something wrong there, Lady J? I don't know. Did I? I have to feel. Yes. Now, my first designs, Shamel actually bought the first coffee mug and the hoodie. It was called Fearless Woman, and I want to thank her for that. And I did feature her in a lot of different things. And you know, Shamel, thank you so much. You purchased one. Okay, so lady, I didn't know you purchased. I didn't see the picture. You didn't send me a picture of it. If you send me a picture, I would definitely post it out there. You haven't seen a picture of you in the hoodie. Come on, ma'am, send me a picture now. And I told you, I know she purchased one. I'm waiting for her to send me a picture too. So you guys stay locked in. Appreciate you guys. Rachel, how you doing? Yes, I got merch. JoeLockett.com. If you guys is looking right there, there goes the hoodie right there. And I have also been able to. I got something coming up special that I'm going to do because a couple of people. Somebody seen my hoodie and said they want the one I had on. So don't know if you guys want this, but I will sign a hoodie and put my cologne on a hoodie. If you ladies want that, I will put the cologne on, send you a video with me with the hoodie on, sign it, put my cologne on it, and you know, I will do that for you if you want that, right? You know, but let me know in my inbox if that's what you want. Then you can send me the money, and then I'll take care of you from there. All right, but you guys, you know, we got a lot of different ways to get stuff. I had special requests. And I do special requests. I do, right? So inbox me if you want a special request. We can work that thing out, right? But I'm not finished fix up an OnlyFans page and all that stuff. But there are women that said they wanted a hoodie that I had on. And don't look at this as anything bad, y'all. But I'm just being honest. There were some women that said they wanted a hoodie that I put on that had on my cologne and with my signature on it. So I do those things. Inbox me if that's what you want to go do. Let me know. But I'm not doing the OnlyFans page. I'm not getting naked. I'm not doing all that stuff. So mine's going to be where we can do it all across social media, across Facebook, Instagram, and all that stuff. It's clean, it's fun, and you know, this is what we do. So I appreciate the love. I appreciate people wanting that from me. And if I can provide that for you ladies, I would definitely be glad to. You didn't receive the hoodie. You didn't. Lady J, I will get in your inbox after the show and find out what's going on with that. Okay, let me know. Seriously, let me know because I don't like that. And I will contact the company. So I will get in your inbox and we will talk. Okay, thank you for that. Thanks for letting me know. I definitely keep over that. All right, not a problem. No, let me know if my company that I have that's out there doing it and they haven't handled their business. I definitely need to make sure that you get your merchandise because this is what helps support my show. And I sold last year. I think I sold close to 500 hoodies. So thank you guys so much for that. I do appreciate you. I appreciate you. What's up, NYC in the house? New York, Sharon's in the house. My good friend, she's traveling the world, and I get a chance to text or talk to her every blue moon. But y'all make sure y'all watch out for Sharon because she's out there. She's on TikTok and on Facebook. She do a lot of work on TikTok, but she travels the world doing different things. I'm not going to say her business, but she does really great work out there for people in the line of work that she's in. So Sharon, we thank you for all the work. And behind the scenes, there was a time that she really helped me get through some struggling times because of the work she does. So Sharon, thank you so much for that. I appreciate you, baby girl. Thanks for locking in with your boy. All right, guys. So everybody say Facebook and Instagram. Well, I'm not on Instagram right now, but also YouTube is live and well. So let's do this. All right, guys. So thank you, guys. So let's get into it. Yes, Shar is beautiful in those videos. And Tams is beautiful in her video. And also there's a couple other people that I have that if when I see them, I create most of the shorts that I put in to help advertise my merch. But I want to use my listeners to advertise it and tell y'all story about what my brand means to you. So thank you guys so much. I do appreciate it. Now let me get into the show today, y'all. It is 13 minutes after that. You guys are locked into your favorite eating ride. The smell in the building today is Sea Spray by Tamise Creation. You guys make sure you go out there and check her out on TikTok and Amazon. It's Sea Spray. Tamise Creation. She's on my show from time to time when she's not busy with the kids and her husband. But she has a great company, a married woman, got her own business. So I ask you guys to please support her because she supports my podcast here. So thank you guys. Go out to Tamise Creation. If you want your home to smell really well, her candles are very good. A couple of you people have bought it. You guys can attest to how great her candles smell and how long they last. The smell is really good in your house. So go to Tamise Creations and purchase your candle for your home date or your bedroom. Yeah. All right, guys, let's get into it. Shaw, Rachel, Lady J, Tokidoki. Can I ask you a question? When you're in a relationship, is it okay to be able, Erica B, because I know she loves to come in here, and Lady J, is it okay? A couple things I want to talk about there. No, what I want to talk about, is it okay for me to go on vacation without him? If we're dating. We're talking about dating today because, that's what I do. That's what you do. Some of y'all are married. But anyway, is it okay for me to go on a vacation without you? And the reason why I'm asking this, because someone I know just got into a relationship a couple of months ago, and her boyfriend is going on a vacation without her. He's going on with some of his friends, and she feels some kind of way about it. Well, I don't know. See, y'all jump to conclusion. I say here, you say yes, 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 yes. Okay, but you just started dating this guy, and he said he's going on vacation with some of the fellas, right? And he's not inviting you to go. Is it a guy trip though? Are they dating or in a committed? They're dating. They are dating. But see, Erica, dating and committed relationships for the younger people is different. For older people, like 40 and over, when you say you're committed, you're committed. When you say you're dating, you're dating. I think for this younger generation, which I think they're in the early 30s, I don't know why. I'm happy they listened to my show, but I was surprised. But I think he's like 32, right? And his girlfriend is going. Well, his new lead, they're dating, right? So he calls her his girlfriend. So I guess they have made a commitment that they're in a relationship. So yes, a relationship. I would say they're in a relationship. So they're in a relationship. Been dating, I guess, for 3 or 4 months, maybe 5. But he's going on a trip, he says, with the guys. And she's upset because she haven't been invited to go. Is he wrong for saying that, he's not taking her on this trip? Dating, yes. Serious, no. So they're only dating. I'm going to clarify. I'm going to make sure I'm clarifying because they are in a relationship. So let me make sure they're in a relationship. That he called her his girlfriend. She called him her boyfriend. So they are in a relationship. And he said he's not taking her on the vacation. I will go on a trip with my friends. Okay, Tokidoki. D, I'm not going on a trip with his boys. Yes, it's okay. I want him to go with his friends too. Men our age don't do. Men our age don't do this if committed. Okay. Why would he invite her to hang out with his friends? It's too soon. Okay. So see, we're all over the place. So, he was asking me like, bro, am I wrong for not, taking her, to the trip that I planned with some of the fellows, right? And I told her, I said, bro, one thing that I believe, right? And y'all tell me if I was wrong. I feel that number one, there's a trust issue between you and her, right? And I think you really need to address that with her first. Because it's not that so much that she wants to go. It's that y'all have never been on a trip before together and you're going on a trip with somebody else. And she don't know if that somebody else is your boys or another female. Now, this is where I have a problem, right? For myself personally. I gotta prove to you I'm going on a vacation with my boys. That's that's where I get what he was saying as a man. He was like, man, I'm not a child. If I tell you I'm going on vacation with my boys, that should be it. I said, but bro, and this is what I said the other day now, and this is what I'm saying, right? Hey, be the boss. You're dating when you're in a relationship with a woman, you're in a relationship with her previous boyfriend. Whether you want to believe that or not. In a lot of cases, not all cases, but a lot of times you're in a relationship with her previous boyfriend, right? So whatever he did or did not do, you're going to get accused or red flag for it. Y'all can say that's not true, but it's true. So like I told him, I said, bro, you ain't did nothing wrong yet, but somebody else has, and you're paying the price for what somebody did to her. It's up to you now. Are you going to comfort her? Hey Cam, hey Aqua Woman, are you going to comfort her, right? Or are you going to stand your ground? I'm with you. I think she's doing too much, beauty boss. But here's the touchy subject, you ladies. Whatever size of the fence you're on. Hey, Miss Hampton, how you doing, baby? Out there in Florida. He can accommodate her and let her meet her friends, let her see him off to wherever he's going, talk to her so she can feel comfortable, video cam her, make her feel comfortable in the relationship. He can do that. Depending on the kind of woman that he's dating. Here's why I say that. Because when you set the stage of what her needs are, you can't go back from that, fellas or women. You can't go back. So every time you go somewhere or do something, if she wants you to prove it, you're going to have to prove yourself to her if she's that type of woman. Now, some women, like I said, depending on the woman, some women will appreciate the first time that this happens, that you went above and beyond the call of duty to handle your business. And when you go somewhere, she's going to trust you. I like those type of women. What I don't like is every single time that I got to go do something, I have to prove to you in some shape, form, or fashion, I'm doing what I said I did, and I never cheated on you. I never did anything wrong. I never made you feel insecure or bad about anything, but because you are that way, I have to do this so you can be comfortable. Now, I don't want to do that. TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that ish. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do that. So like I told him, I said, bro, you need to have a conversation with her about what this is she's asking and why she's upset and why she feels she needs to go. Because this is going to come to a head regardless, right, of what's going to happen. So I told him, I said, man, sit down and have a tough conversation, big dog. And you may have to break up with her ass before you go. You may have to go ahead and kick her to the curb and let her go. I mean, seriously. Because again, you're not coming on the vacation with me and my boys. Number one, that ain't happening. And what I'm not going to do every single time when I'm out, I'm going to call you so you can listen in the background or see a video or FaceTime you so you can see where I am. I'm grown as hell. I've known you for 2 or 3 months, maybe 4 or 5. I'd be doggone it I'd be damned if I'm going to sit here and show and prove to a grown woman that I'm doing something. If I tell you I'm going to do something, trust me. If you find reason not to believe me, then we can have that talk. But until then, for me, it's not my job to sit here and make you feel comfortable after we have the conversation. I'm not going to do my whole vacation trying to make you feel comfortable in this newly developing relationship. I'm not going to do that. They're in the early 30s. They're in the early 30s. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? When I'm on vacation with my boys, right? I'm not going to be texting you. I'm not going to be sending pictures to you. I'm on vacation. We are newly in a relationship. I text you, baby, I'm safe. Baby, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? But do I need to talk to you throughout the whole day? Hell no. No, I'm not doing that. Do I need to text you every night before I go to bed? No. I'm not going to text you throughout my whole day, let you know what I'm doing on my vacation. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it if I'm hanging out with my boys because why? I'm on vacation. It means I'm on vacation from you, the world, my work, and everybody else. I'm on vacation to have fun with my boys. And if you can't handle that now, you won't be able to handle what's coming in the future. So possibly we don't need to be together. So we really need to have a serious conversation before I go on vacation because I may need to drop you before I go on vacation so I can do other things while I'm. Yeah, just it. But yeah, I mean, you know. I'm just saying. I gotta think ahead. You know what I'm saying? I gotta think about the possibilities. Like, you know, if I go need to go ahead and dump you and go ahead and be able to be free, you know, free. I need to be free. I need to know before I go on vacation, y'all. Can I free will it? I'm just saying, you know, before I go on vacation, I need to have a clear understanding. Is Willie gonna be, you know, can I free Willie or not? You know what I'm saying? And you know, if I can make a free will before I go on vacation, I'm a free will. I need to have a serious conversation. So is he wrong for doing what he's? It's a tricky situation. It really is because the woman don't know him all that well. She's never been. She's like, we've never been on a vacation together. So why come I can't go, or why come you can't counsel that till we go on one? And he was like, what the hell am I going to counsel something that I got with my boys? And she was like, when did you plan this? See, for me, you asking too many damn questions. If I planned it last week, if I planned it 2 weeks ago or a year ago, it doesn't matter. If I'm your man and we're in a relationship and I plan something with my boys and we've been dating for 5 months, I don't need to run everything by you. I'm just saying, I don't need to run everything by you. Not right now. We'll get it. We're in a relationship, but we're not married. Damn it, I'm not married to you. I don't expect you to run everything by me in your life that you're doing. I don't need a minute, a play-by-play of your life every minute that you're making decisions. If my girl comes to me and we've been dating for a while, she say, "Hey, honey, I'm going on a girls trip with my girl." You think I'm gonna say, "When did you plan that? When did it come up? Why come you didn't invite me? Why come you didn't tell me y'all was planning a girl trip?" What the heck? She why do I need to be asking her? All she need to hear from me. Okay, honey, be safe. When you get there, give me a call. If you need anything, I'm here for you. That's all you need to hear from me. Being accountable, Erica. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Being accountable? In a relationship, if I'm grown and you're grown, we be dating 5 months. I don't need to tell you that I'm planning a trip with my boys until I figure out that we're going to do this. And when I decide to go do this, I can come tell you, hey, me and my boys going on the trip. We're in a relationship. We're not married. You got your life. I got my life. I don't need to sit here and tell you that I'm planning a trip with my boys if I don't want to. You don't need to tell me you're planning a trip with your girls if you don't want to. We are in a monogamous relationship. Monogamous. I'm not asking you for your money. I'm not asking you for your reward points. I'm not asking you for your credit card or debit card. I'm paying for it myself. Once me and my boys figure out what we're doing, I tell you after you and my girlfriend that I'm in a monogamous relationship with, hey, me and my boys, we going to Vegas for the weekend or for 2, 3, or 4 days, right? We're going to go do this, blah, 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 right? And we'll be back. I'll be back at such and such time. All I need to hear from you as my girlfriend is, okay, baby, have fun, enjoy. That's it. Questioning me as my girlfriend monogamously, right? It's going to be a problem for me because I don't have to run that by you. I really don't. You don't have to run that by me. You really don't. We in a relationship. We're not in a marriage. Now, if we're married, completely different. If you're married, I need to tell my wife I'm planning a trip. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I need to tell my wife I'm planning a trip if I'm married to her. Because see, what you saying, D and Erica, what y'all saying is y'all want wifey privileges from me. I'm not gonna stay single, but I'm gonna stay single for a while. So thank you for telling me to stay single. But what I'm saying is, you want me to give you what I would give to my wife. My wife would get that privilege all day long, but you as my girlfriend, no. You'll get to know that I'm going. That's what you'll get to know. And I'll talk to you, baby, hey, you got anything that you know that we need to do between these dates, right? And I'm like, okay, if I'm dating you and you my girlfriend and we're in a relationship, what you're probably most likely to get out of me is what? Hey, me and my boys getting ready to go on a trip in August. Is there anything you got going on those times? Right? From here to this day. Okay, cool. We're going to plan a trip. I'm not going to ask you, can I go? I'm not going to ask you, can I go? The hell? I'm going to tell you, I'm getting ready to go and I'm going to go do this. My wife gets everything. Now, if you my wife, if you mislike it, before I talk to my boys, you know, they start talking about it, I need to talk to my wife. 1,000%. My wife, yes, she needs to know. She needs to understand and she needs to give me permission to be able to do what I want to go do, right? Or I need to have a damn good explanation. My wife, yes. But my girlfriend that I'm in a relationship with, no, she don't get that privilege. When I decide to marry you, if we decide to get married, you get that privilege. But you're not going to get a wifey privilege as a girlfriend. I'm sorry, no. Because if I'm giving you that privilege as a girlfriend, you might as well be my wife. You see what I'm saying? There's wifey, like y'all tell me, there's husband and boyfriend privileges. That's a wifey privilege to be able that I need to sit down and plan other things that I want to do with somebody else besides you. That's a wifey privilege. She's VIP. She gets first seat. You see what I'm saying? She don't get business class. She gets first class. Business class. If you're my girlfriend. So you're getting told what I'm going to do. Now, as my girlfriend, I'll be respectful and say, hey, like I said, during this day and during this time, is there anything that you're planning for us? I'm not going to ask you, can I go? Then when I talk to you, I'll be like, hey, you know, me and my boys are planning to go do something from this day to this day. You got anything planned for us? Okay, cool. Well, I'm going to go ahead and hook this over with my boys. I'm not going to listen to any questioning from you about what the hell I'm going to go do with my boys because we are in a relationship. Sorry. That you're not going to get wife. You're not going to get wifey relationship. I mean, wifey privileges here. You're not going to get that from me. And if y'all want to do that, if y'all women think that your man deserves, if you in a girlfriend and boyfriend relationship and he have to tell you and run it by you because y'all in a relationship and that's respect and all that, that's BS to me. That's BS. No, that man's still grown. You still grown. You still have autonomy to what the hell you want to go do to a point in your life. Because you're in a relationship, that don't mean you're in a marital relationship. And that's just me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to play that game with anybody. You know what I'm saying? Wifey get VIP. Wifey get everything. Whatever I'm doing, if I'm married, I got to run it by her. Got to. That's my wife. When I made that commitment to her, through sickness and health, death do us part, good, bad, ugly, and indifferent, or whatever that may be, that's what I got to do to her. I made that damn commitment to you. I said to you that we're in a relationship. We are now doing stuff, and right now we are together. My relationship to you means I'm not going to be with anybody else. That's what my relationship with you means. I'm not going to be with another woman. I'm not looking for anybody else. I've taken myself off the market. But that don't mean you can get wifey privileges. And I don't need to get husband privileges from you on things that you're doing in your life. If you got stuff you're doing with your family and your kids, and we're in a relationship, right? You don't have to tell me. I get secondhand knowledge on that. Your husband, that's different. But if I'm you, my girlfriend, you don't have to go tell me. If you go do something with your mama today, you do something with your sister, and it just pops up and you don't tell me about it, you don't have to tell me that. You're my girlfriend. You can tell me after the fact, hey, I went and had lunch with my sister today, or I went and had lunch with... You don't need to run that by me. I'm your boyfriend. I can't get mad and be talking about, well, you know, why you ain't telling me you went to go through this? What the hell am I? I don't deserve any of that kind of. If I want that kind of access to you, I need to marry you. Let me just say that. If I want that kind of access to your ass, I need to marry you. Period. I need to marry you. We're not going to play games about this. See, y'all ladies, I think y'all got this messed up. Because y'all always tell men he's not going to get wifey privileges as a, with you being his girlfriend. But y'all sometimes want access as a wifey and you're only his girlfriend. You see what I'm saying? And I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest here. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can't differentiate the two, right? You can call me out on my crap, but when I'm calling you on yours, you saying I'm wrong. I should stay single and blah, blah, blah. No, you're a girlfriend. Stay in a girlfriend's place. I'm a boyfriend. I need to stay in a boyfriend's place. Am I wrong, y'all? When I get in a relationship, I say I'm in a monogamous relationship with you. I just made a commitment to you that I'm not dating any other women. Am I right? No, marriage is not a formality. To me, marriage is not a formality. Because if marriage is just a formality, dating is just, we being in a relationship is just a formality. Nope, we're not going to mix the two. I'm not going to do that with you today, Erica. No. I'm not going to do that. No. I'm not going to do that with you today, Erica. If that's the way you live your life, baby girl, you know I love you. If that's how you look at it, I respect that between you and your man. But I'm not going to let you get away with saying marriage is just a formality. My wife get a different me than my girlfriend does. Because I've made I committed to you to be monogamous. As my wife, I committed to give you every single part of me, all my money, everything. Everything that now that I have, I'm tied to you. This is not a formality. Because when I'm tied to you as a wife, you my wife, now you can take half of my ish. You got everything that I have, your name is now on. This is for me, it's not a formality. See, as a girlfriend, you ain't got that kind of privilege. You ain't got that kind of access. So if I'm going to give you, when I give you my last name, if we decide that that's what you want to go do, take my last name, okay, because I don't care about that. But when I make you my wife, now this is not a formality, no ma'am, because now if something happens to me, it's, I die, whatever, my estate, whatever, this is not a formality. You VIP, you top notch, you get everything you need. You have access to everything, including my time. As my wife, I am committing to you to give you access to everything, including my time, 24 hours a day, where I am, what I'm doing, who I'm with. You're my wife. You're supposed to know these things. Access to my phone, access to my Facebook, access to my Instagram, access to my TikTok. My wife gets all of that. My girlfriend don't get that. Let me say that again. My girlfriend don't get that. You get access. You get me off the market, but you don't get access to my phone when you want to. You don't get access to my social media when you want to. You get to ask me questions. I'll show you. That I do. You get access to my home, but you'll have a key or a code to my house that I can actually change in my house because you're my girlfriend. That I've taken off the market. My wife get a permanent key. The code on my house, there's no more codes on my house anymore. There's only one code. Our code. You see what I'm saying? For me, that's completely different. Wifey and girlfriend is not the same thing to me. I'm sorry, y'all. Now y'all can dress that up because y'all want to make your man feel good, or you want to feel good about what you're doing, and that's the way you live your life. If that's the way you live your life and you and your man are okay with that, I'm not knocking anybody who, as a man, give you wifey privileges and you give him husband privileges in a monogamous girlfriend and boyfriend relationship. That's y'all. I got it. And if you say, marriage is a formality for you and him at that point, I'm not knocking that either. That is y'all business. That is, as Bobby Brown would say, it is your prerogative. I'm cool with that. But what I'm saying is there's stages. There's dating, there's being in a relationship, and then there's me marrying you and giving everything I got to you. For me, it's the way I look at it. Let's see here. I don't worry about access to those things, but as a girlfriend, some things are different. You're right. Spouses versus boyfriend, girlfriend, totally different. I mean, I say again, to each his own, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to. Then you say you're shaking your head, but what are you shaking your head at? You say that if you're my woman, that you should have the same access as my wife would have. And like I said, there are men and women. As longer you're in a relationship, the more access you get to certain things because the person trusts you. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Nate Dogg. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, Nate Dogg ordered a mug, man. I appreciate that. JoeLockett.com. That's LOCKETT.com. Thank you guys for your purchase. Okay, y'all go ahead and tell MD what's going on. But y'all say you're shaking your head at what I'm saying, but I'm being very serious here, right? Women have said for, neons, I am not giving my man what I would give to my husband. And a lot of women jumped on board with that. Not all, but a lot of women, I get that, I understand it. But me as a man sitting there saying I'm not going to give my girlfriend what I would give my wife, some people are saying that I'm wrong. They're looking at me different. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, what's wrong with me wanting to make if I get married again, wanting to be able to up my game for my wife, putting her on my life insurance, making sure she's going to be okay, making sure that once you get into this locking in media family, this locking in kingdom of what I have built, right? For me and my kids, if I let you into this here, this is what this is. The girlfriend don't get that access. You don't get keys to the car. You know what I'm saying? You don't get keys to the house. You get a key. You know what I'm saying? To be able to get in a door that that I change the lock on it because you're my girlfriend. If you're my girlfriend, I do love you. I do care about you, right? But I'm still filling you out. I have not put the ring on your finger because if you was the one, I would have already put the ring on your finger and married you and made you my wife to give you full access. You see what I'm saying? That's why I made you my girlfriend. That's why I took you off the market and I didn't get on bending knee. Now, y'all can get mad at me when I say that or disagree with me. Okay. But what I'm saying is when I want to give you full access and give you as, John Legend, give you all of me. When I want to John Legend you, I'm getting on a bending knee, as the boss man would say, and I'm going to ask you for your hand in marriage and marry you. Other than that, I'm getting to know you and I'm taking you off the market. And like I said, everybody may not see it the way you like to see it. That's the way I see it. I want my wife to have full access. My girlfriend will probably have 75 to 80% access, say so. She's not gonna get 100% say so in my life if she's my girlfriend. And that may be 50-50 depending on the topic or what we're doing. If you're my not monogamous girlfriend, right? You're going to get a certain amount of say so in what I do, how I do things, but I'm not going to run everything by you if you're my girlfriend. Why should I? I don't have to. There are some things that you're not going to know about, you know what I'm saying, if you're my girlfriend. And if I'm your boyfriend, there are certain things I'm probably not going to know about. And I have to understand it because I'm your boyfriend. You know what I mean? Now, as your husband, I do expect to be let in on a little bit more. I do expect to, know, where you are and what you're doing, you know what I'm saying, at all times. Not that I'm going to call you, but if my wife is out somewhere, I want to know where you are. If I call you, I want to know that you're going to pick up the phone if you're my wife. There's a difference if my wife don't pick up the phone and thank you for the good afternoon, and my girlfriend don't pick up the phone. You see what I'm saying? Because my girlfriend don't really have to answer the phone if she don't want to. My wife sees her husband calling. Y'all see what I'm saying? Listen to what I'm saying. You see your boyfriend calling. There's a difference when you see your husband calling. If I see my wife calling me, I see my boyfriend calling me. For me, that's different. I don't know how y'all feel about it, but I'm just saying for Joe Lockett, that's different for me. I think we try to mirror the lines to make us feel secure. And again, I'm not mad at anybody in a relationship that you are in a relationship as girlfriend and boyfriend, but y'all are acting married. Not mad at that. If that's what y'all want to do, it's a formality for you, and you just sign some papers. That's fine. I'm not judging. I'm not knocking y'all way of living. I'm not saying it's right, it's wrong. Not. Cool, got it. But what I'm saying is, for me, it's levels to this. And I want the woman that I do marry to understand that, hey, now I love you enough to get on my knee and give you this ring and ask you to be my wife. And I not only, I don't want you just to submit to me when I get on my knee, because when I get on my knee to you, baby, I'm submitting to you too, which means I'm submitting everything to you. Everything that I own, everything that I have, I'm submitting to you, because now I'm on bending knee asking you for your hand in marriage to marry me. I'm still old school. You see what I'm saying? I want to get on my knee. I want to look up at you and ask you for your hand in marriage. I didn't do that as a boyfriend. I just said I'm taking you off the market. I feel different about that. You see what I'm saying? If I got on my knee and I'm looking up at you, I thought about that. I know what I'm doing. I can put some, you know what I'm saying? I'm ready. When I get on my knee, I am vulnerable at that point to you, baby. I am. Whoever she may be, I am vulnerable to you at that point. And I'm saying whatever I have is now yours. Will you be my wife? And hopefully you will say yes to me. And whatever I have, Joe, it is now yours too. I love you. Let's get married. That's what I am. For me. But again, I could be old fashioned, old school. But I'm going to say this to women. If you're saying I'm wrong in what I'm saying, please don't be that same woman that's saying that you're not going to do certain things until a man put a ring on your finger because you're full of ish. Okay, you're full of it. Don't be that. As long as you standing like you standing on business right now with what I'm saying, if you're against me, please stand on business when that man is asking you to do other things because you're his girlfriend. Don't be looking for the ring, because it's not fair. Let me just say that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest, because I don't want to water down marriage for me. Because like I said, when I was married, I took that very serious. Very serious. You take your girlfriend serious, but you know there's a possibility that it may work and it may not work. And when you're in a girlfriend boyfriend relationship monogamously, she can pack her bags and walk away, or she can cancel she can block your phone call and never tell you nothing, and vice versa. As girlfriend and boyfriend, right? With that being said, you can't do that when you're married. You can't just up and walk away in marriage, right? So, like I said, for me, even though it's easier to get married here in Birmingham, Alabama now, I still take that serious, because now I know that I have made this commitment to, and like I said, for me, just saying the word, my wife and my girlfriend just feels different. When I introduce you as my girlfriend, or I introduce you as my wife, y'all tell me in whatever setting you go to, from family to business to out in the streets, which one sounds better if it's just a formality? Right? If a man say, this is my wife, or if he said, this is my girlfriend, I'm just saying. When a man says, and a woman, your booty perk up and your breasts stick out a little bit more when he say, my wife. I know me as a man, when she said, this is my husband, you know what I'm saying? Because what happens is, and I'm going to say this, fellas and ladies and gentlemen, ask me when I think about what I'm saying here. If you see that this woman, man, is fine, right? And she say that this is her man, her boyfriend, there's still a possibility that you in your mind saying he can get it, or I may want to get with him. And same thing with the men. But when you hear the word husband and wife, there's another layer to it. You may say the same thing, but you don't see the path as clear as you would see it if someone said girlfriend or boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? Now, neither one is right. But you see an act that's quicker if somebody announces to them that there's a boyfriend and girlfriend relationship than their husband and wife, right? If you're looking at them and you're saying, oh, they can get it. There's a difference. She can get it or he can get it when you're looking at somebody's girlfriend or boyfriend, or looking at somebody's husband and wife. You see what I'm saying? There's a difference. Because, man, when a man tell me that's his wife, you know that dude, that ninja would kill you over her. When a woman says that's my husband, you know she will beat your ass over her husband. That might not be necessarily true when somebody says that's my girlfriend or boyfriend. Not saying that she won't. But you don't look at that woman or that man the same when she say, this is my man. You don't look at that dude, that woman the same when she say, this is my boyfriend. But you know if you cross the line with her husband, she gonna beat your ass. Guaranteed. Girlfriend or boyfriend. But you mess with that man wife, he gonna stump you. Okay? Just saying. Because I know when I was married, you mess with Miss Lockett. That is a problem. I don't want to see Miss Lockett frowning up. I don't want to see Miss Lockett crying. I don't want to see nothing because I'm ready to tell the word down. If my wife would call me on the phone and she in tears, I'm not asking no damn question. I'm grabbing my keys, putting on my clothes, and coming to get my wife. Just saying. Now, again, it does depend on everybody is different. If you handle your girlfriend like you do your wife, not knocking that, bro. Not knocking that, man. To each his own. To each his own. All right. Lady Kimberly says, thank you guys for sharing the video. They hit the like button, man. Thankful. We got 65 people in the room today. Y'all doing good. Thank you so much. Lady J, there's no such thing as grandma and boyfriend. It's grandma and grandpa. Dating guys I meet 3 months ago, he's ready to put a ring on it. You must got that good. Hey, Yolanda, how you doing, baby? You must got that good. I'm just saying, you must got that real good. If a man wanted to, here's the thing, ladies, be very careful of a man that proposed to you too early, especially if you haven't if you hadn't put it on him. He said that to everybody. If a man said he want to marry you in 3 months and you haven't put it on him yet, you haven't done nothing to earn a ring, do not marry that guy. Okay? Do not marry a guy when you have done nothing to earn a ring from him. Okay? I'm going to tell you, it will not work. It will not. Is there the unicorn in the building that, love at first sight? It is. But that's a unicorn. Very rarely, right? Very rarely is that going to work itself out. Okay? So when a man want to put a ring on your finger in 3 months, just walk away from him. Because what happens is, and this is a man's trick. He said, girl, I'm going to marry you. I'm going to put a ring on your finger. You start smiling. Girl, boy, going on with it. You so funny. He got your attention now. He's going to keep throwing that ring out. But you're never going to see the ring. Okay? You're never going to see the ring. We flash rings. We flash marriage in front of you because we know a lot of women, that's what you want. That's what you want to hear. And other guys are just talking about smashing. But if I'm talking about marriage, I'm going to get your attention. And maybe I can get your attention long enough to get you diverted from what you really want to spend some time with me. Because I'm talking about potential marriage. So you potentially going to let your guard down and see, am I good in bed? I know that as a man. Okay? So don't fool with guys, even though they look good. Unless you, as ladies, you grown, you want to smash, but take it for what it's worth. That dude ain't trying to marry you. What's up, 6'4"? He wants to date for a year, but he wants to be married. Okay, he wants to date for a year and he wants to be married, but that could be to anybody. That could be to anybody. He's saying he just want to date for a while. Why are you so special in 3 months? I'm being honest. What the hell have you done in 3 months to make you so special? I'm being very honest right now. What have you done in 3 months to be so special? I don't want to say nothing. I don't know you. I don't know him. But there's nothing you have done for that man in 3 months to make you special enough for him to want to put a ring on your finger if y'all have never met before a day in your life. And I'm not saying it can't happen. I'm not knocking dreams. I'm not knocking the unicorns out there. I'm not. So if you believe it and God has given you a word and you believe you talk to the pastor and your mental counseling, do your thing. Okay. But what I'm saying is, most of the time, the 3 months, what the hell have you, a man or a woman, done in 3 months to deserve a ring? Kimberly says on TikTok, what hurts is when he realized he wants to get married, but not to you. Well, like I said, when a man tell me he want to hurry and get married, it's because he want to be married. And he's sitting and saying that line to the first person who want to get married to him. When a man is saying that in 2 to 3 months, ladies, I'm asking you, you need to ask yourself, what have I done to deserve this ring? If it's 9 months, you still got to ask yourself, Penny, what have you done in 9 months for this man to want to marry you for the rest of your life that y'all just met? What is the connection that y'all really have? You know what I'm saying? What does that look like in 9 months for you? I'm not saying it can't happen, but because it can. You can't find it in 2 weeks, 1 day, you know what I'm saying, 1 hour. I get it. But what I'm saying is you need to be realistic with yourself because there is a unicorn out there that happens in life. It is. So I'm not going to be an idiot and say it can't happen and you can't be happy for the rest of your life. But I'm saying for the most part, you need to ask yourself, is this a fairy tale? Is he full of it? And ask yourself, why the hell did he want to marry me in 9 months? Why? See, a lot of women don't want to ask themselves that question. They just happy to demand to ask the question and he down on her knee and proposing to her. But why do he want to marry you in 9 months, especially 3? You know what I'm saying? Why? What have you done, or what have y'all done in 9 months? Have y'all went on trips together? Have y'all spent time together? Do y'all go to church together? Do y'all live together? You know what I'm saying? Do y'all had sex early and got a baby together? What is making him want to marry you in 3 to 9 months to get on his knee and want to be in a marital relationship with you? Because what happens is when you in a relationship with somebody for the first year, everything can seem perfect, right? And of course, the feelings are good because it's different than what you had from before. He or she is very attentive, right? You're being very attentive to his and her needs, and it all seems to be clicking, right? And so, in that 8th, 9th, 10th month, when he asks you for your hand in marriage, you've never felt this bliss before for this long period of time and consistency, right? So, this must be the right man or right woman for you. But then you got to ask yourself, okay, what is it that is making this work for us and can I continue it? What is it for him that's making it work for him and can he continue? Is it really the magic between us? Or is it the newness between us because we've both come from damaged relationships and now this is new for us and it's fun and it's good and we're working really hard to keep it. Not saying that you can't. Not saying that you shouldn't take the ring and get married. I'm not saying none of that. I'm just saying make sure you question what a man or a woman is doing in 3 to 9 months. Because it's easier to take your time and move slow than move too fast and then you get the bag out of it. It's the only point I'm making here, right? You move too fast, you move in with each other too fast, right? And if things don't work, now you're bitter, right? Now you're upset because you find out that this person, he or she, is not who she said she's going to be, or y'all don't quite vibe the same way together. So I would say for me, I'm just slow to move these days. I move, but I have very detailed conversations. And a conversation is not going to tell you everything you need to know. Sometimes you got to go through it. But when I have a conversation with a woman, I'm going to have a conversation with you if we move in together, right? What are our interest strategies and what are our exit strategies? How do we need to have this conversation? Because we're new at this. You know what I'm saying? We're moving into each other's space. How do I come to you and talk to you about certain things? How do we work through certain things, right? And then also I'm going to make sure that if you're moving into my place, to make sure that you got means that if this doesn't work, that you can go ahead and move back and get your own place. I'm going to make sure all that's set up before we move in together. Or you keep your place and we just live in one place more than the other, or we can live, half your place, half my place, whatever. But I want to make sure that we're good because I don't want to be in a situation at this stage in my life or in this stage in her life that things to go bad and somebody got to go find a new house. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not saying rush into marriage. I know you want to live together, you want to spend time together, and then you start to commingling funds, right? You start to paying at her house, and you start doing for her and you and all that stuff. That sounds great. That sounds easier and that sounds great if it's working. But you're doing marriage stuff, right? You're not doing marriage stuff. And to each his own when it comes to that. But if something goes bad, what's the backup plan? Because again, regardless of how y'all want to look at it, your girlfriend and boyfriend, either one of y'all can walk out. How does that look if you got to walk out today? Do you have to start all over again? Right? Do you have to go find a new apartment? Do you got to go find a new house? Right? All these things you have to really truly think about. I can see only time I'm gonna jump completely off the boat with you is when I ask you for your hand in marriage. The only time I want you to jump completely off the boat for me is I ask you for your hand in marriage. Because now I'm saying I got you. You saying you got me, but as a girlfriend and boyfriend, I can't promise you that. As a girlfriend and boyfriend, you can't promise me that. You have to be around a person 24/7 to really know them. Build the plan as you fly it. I can get with build a plan as we fly it. But let me ask you this question here. If the plane that we're building don't work, what does that look like at this stage in our life? If we start to build a plane together and it doesn't work, what's the conversation we had before we start building the plane together? That's important to me. I'm cool with building a plane with you, but what does that plane look like if it doesn't work? Because I want to make sure that you got a plane for yourself and you're going to be fine if we don't work out. You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure I'm going to be okay. When I walk out your house, I want to be at the same level that I am now when I walk out your house. I want you to be at the same level as if I walk out your house, you be at the same level that you are now, right? When I walk out, that you can handle everything, you can do everything you need to go do. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to put any more debt or stress on what you have, and I don't want any more debt or stress from you if we're building a plane together. If it doesn't work out, we can just trash that plane, but our lives don't have to do no significant changes. We can go back and we'll just be fine. Time is no guarantee. I get that, but what I'm asking you is, when you're building that plane together, what is the conversation you have before you start building that plane together? Because like I said, at my stage in life now, I'm not trying to start over. I'm not trying to go look for a new apartment and go buy more furniture or a new house and start all over again because it didn't work with you. So what is that conversation that we're having? I need to be able to make sure that I got money set to the side, or I'm continuing to put money to the side for me until we know this is going to work. And I want to make sure you're going to be fine. If we break up tonight, your life will still be good, and you're not worrying about nothing because our plane didn't work. We couldn't build our plane no more together. And I want to be able to do the exact same thing. My life is going to be okay and fine, financially, spiritually, and everything else. I'll be hurt by my heart, but financially, I can do everything I need to go do. Neither one of us need to take a step back in life if it doesn't work. You see what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. I'm for you building a plane, living together, doing all that together. Cool. But what's the conversation we're having before we start building that plane? Because this is just me. I'm not talking about you, Eric. If Joe Lockett cares about you, I'm going to say, how are you? How do we make sure that you're going to be okay? First and foremost, if this doesn't work. Then I'm going to say, can we look at how I'm going to be okay? First and foremost, if this doesn't work. Right? Now, once we understand that, that's our worst case scenario. Everything else is gravy after that for me. But at 53, I'll be damned if I'm finna build a plane with you and go out there and see what happens, right? And then all of a sudden it doesn't work. I'm mad, you mad, we're not talking. And in the midst of that, I got to go back through and try to get my life back in order again. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not doing that anymore. And I don't want you, even for matters of the time, if you're my girl, I don't want you to have to do that because we're dealing with a heartbreak. And I'm not saying I want you to break up. I'm not saying I want to break up with you. But I have to say the inevitability, if I'm not putting a ring on your finger, that what we're saying is that we're not ready to get married right now. We want to see what this looks like, which means that we don't know, which means that there's a possibility that we can break up. Because if I believed everything else, I would want to hit and marry you. You want to hit and marry me. But we don't know yet. So, like I said, what is that conversation I'm having with you before we start to commingle and build a plane together? That's just me. You know what I'm saying? At this stage of my life, I've done it, man. Yeah, I can break up after marriage, but after marriage, when I break up, Erica, it's different. Because with marriage, it didn't work. I can deal with if I married you and it didn't work. Okay, I can deal with that. But what I can't deal with as a man, knowing going into a relationship, knowing what I know now, with hindsight being 2020, and I am the Monday morning quarterback, I can't go into a relationship with a woman that I haven't married, knowing what can happen, and not making sure that we have everything set up for you and set up for me in case it doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? That, like I said, that's just me. Yeah, even when we get married, it can still happen. But guess what? Now, because we've had that conversation prior to, if we don't work in marriage, I'm going to make sure as your husband, until they divorce me, I'm going to make sure you're going to be okay. You're going to land on your feet. I'm going to make sure you get in the house. I'm going to make sure you're going to get everything, make sure you get situated, right? Whatever we got together, I'm going to give you whatever you need as a man. And hopefully you're going to make sure I do the same, right? What I'm saying at this stage in our life, none of us need to be starting all over again. Nobody need to be taking nobody to the bank, get you cheating, and I'm saying, whatever the case may be, man. I don't want to be in a situation ever again in my life, whether the woman cheated on me or I cheated on her, where she has to suffer and she's over 50. I got to suffer because I'm over 50, right? I don't want anybody, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, you know what I'm saying, whoever screwed the hell up. I don't want anybody to have to go through the ish that I had to go through or y'all had to go through when you went through your divorce or you broke up with somebody. We need to make sure that we're taking care of each other in good times and bad times. And if I'm your husband, I could be mad that you cheated on me, but I want to make sure you be good. And hopefully, as a wife, at this stage, even if I cheated on you, you make sure that I'm good. Nobody should have to start over no more. We work too damn hard. You know what I'm saying? We work too damn hard to get to this point. That's what I'm saying. So I know people don't think like that, but that's the way I am. I know what I felt like. I know what I did. I know what I did. I know the sacrifices I made. And I know the things that was done for me and what's not done for me. And I wouldn't want that done to anybody. Even if I caught my wife cheating, you know what I mean? And I'm just being very honest and transparent here. I'm not going to harm her. I'm going to get out of the situation. She don't want me no more. Yes, I'm mad. I will fight if she's trying to get money from me because she cheated on me, but I'm gonna make sure that she's good. I'm gonna give her what she needs to go move on. Because, like I said, when you're over 50, man, it's not easy to start over again, regardless of what the hell y'all broke up. So why not make sure each other is good at the end of the day? Take care of the kids if y'all got kids together. Take care of y'all assets, but make sure that each one of y'all, before y'all moving on with whoever you're screwing or whatever the hell you're doing, y'all need to put them people on pause and make sure that y'all two are good. And I'm a big proponent of this. I don't care how mad I am with you, Erica, or Shar, or Kimberly, or Rachel, or Tams. We need to make sure that we stay committed as a husband and wife to what we said before, to make sure that we're going to be good so we can move on. I'm not going to try to screw you over. I'm hoping you're not going to try to screw me over because, like I said, we're over 50 now. If I screw you over, I'm not going to leave you out in the street to, you know what I'm saying, to be out in them streets for the streets to get you. You know what I'm saying? If I do that, why the hell did I marry you? If you do that to me, why did you marry me? Yeah, I could be mad at you. Yeah, the marriage went bad, but I still want you to be okay. Anybody talk to me till this day that knows me personally, I ain't got no love for my ex-wife. None. But y'all know what I have told you that I've done and how I feel about her. Because at one point I loved her. And so I never did anything to try to harm her. Either one of my ex-wives. Either one of them. I like I said, I ain't got nothing for my ex-wife. But I always wish her the best. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying when we're talking about life. We got to make sure at this stage in our life that we think. For me, I'm thinking different. I'm looking at life completely different than I did when I was younger. I am. I'm not playing games with this anymore. I know the mistakes I made. I'm man enough to admit the mistakes that I made. Right? Y'all have never heard me say with my marriage what happened. It ain't y'all business. I denigrated my ex-wife. I told y'all if I seen her in the street and she was burning, I wouldn't piss on her. That's the truth. But y'all don't know why. That ain't y'all business. That's between me and her and I. You see what I'm saying? I wish the best for her. Whatever she got going on, whatever's going on in her life, if she's still married, not whatever, I wish the best for her. I do. I just don't want to be bothered with her. So me knowing that, like I said, hindsight is 2020. I am the Monday morning quarterback. Why would I get into a relationship and not make sure that we're both secure now? And like I said, that's just me. Lady J, even if they break up is bad, I would make sure my guy is good. And you still want to get married again? I don't know, bro. I don't know. Who is this? McClellan, Jay McClellan? I don't know, man. If y'all heard me here, you may be new to the show. Thanks for locking in with me, man. Y'all hit that like button. Let's go. I hit the subscribe button or the follow button, wherever you follow my show. And I appreciate you guys. I don't know if I'm gonna get married again, man. I really don't. I've been very vocal about this. I think I did a show on this Monday about getting married. This is the second chapter of my life. And if you guys on Facebook, you see it. And if you're on TikTok, you know, what does that say right there? My life, my choice, my time. Read that again. My life, my choice, my time. And that is my mantra now at the age of 53, going to be 54 in July. It's the second phase of my life. This is chapter. I don't know what this looks like. Right? But I do know this is my life right now. I don't have to do anything for anybody else but my two daughters, and they grown. It's my choice what I try to decide to do this or not. But as I go through this and I figure this out day by day, right, I'm understanding that I don't need to rush anything. I need to find out what makes Joe Lockett happy. You know what I mean? What I need to go through, because this is my life now. This is the first time in my life that I really don't have to answer to anybody, a mama or a daddy, or my kids or a wife. I need to embrace this time to know what I truly like. Does that make sense? You know what I'm saying? Because my whole life when I left home at 18, I was impressing my mom and dad. Then I'm impressing the military. Then I'm impressing women. You know what I'm saying? And I'm doing what society thinks a man should do, living up to sleeping and being with women and drinking and partying and getting cars and buying motorcycles and, you know, doing all kinds of stuff, right? I'm doing it all. But I never had any point in my life until now to figure out who Joe Lockett is. What is it that I really like now at this stage in my life? What foods do I like to eat? How long do I really like to sleep? Do I like to travel by myself? Do I want to travel with somebody else? Do I want to watch TV or do I not want to watch TV? What show do I really want to watch and how long I want to watch those shows? You know what I'm saying? I'm not living in the house with somebody where I'm trying to appease or compromise with anybody. So I'm learning myself now for the first time in my life, and I'm embracing Joe Lockett. I'm finding out what makes me happy. And I think with me finding out what makes me happy, right, that's going to make me better for if I decide to be with somebody. Now I'm not putting that off on somebody. I'm not trying to be something for somebody else. I know who I am. I'm going in whole for her. And then I'm able to accept her for her wholeness because I'm not searching for her because I've already done that. I don't need her to make me happy. I don't need her to compromise with me, right? I just need to see where she is and see if it's something that I want in my life of happiness that I've already provided for myself. And then I need to be able to accept her in her wholeness without trying to change her to make her me comfortable. Then that works for both of us, right? We can have that conversation. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I am with me. That's why, if you want to go to joelockett.com, you go for my life, my choice, my time, right? That right there is what that means to me, right? And so it may seem selfish. It may seem messed up by some people when y'all hear me say that. I don't care. I love y'all. But again, it's my life, my choice, my time. And this is the second chapter for me. And hopefully, some of y'all are going through y'all second chapter, right? And maybe y'all haven't been able to articulate that properly. That me having that coffee mug every morning when I drink that coffee out of my coffee mug and I see that, it reminds me, my life, my choice, my time. What am I doing today with it? Right? How am I embracing this? What is it that I need to figure out about myself? Because when you get with somebody else, when you start dating, you put yourself on the back burner. You know what I'm saying? And you put yourself on the back burner, right? And so if you put yourself on the back burner and you really haven't figured these things out, it takes time. All right, let me read some of y'all comments here. Everyone just enjoy life. Okay, sure. Michelle says, may your second phase bring you joy and peace. Yes, yeah, and for everybody else who's going through it. D said, I don't get married. I won't break me. So I feel you. Erica said, it makes plenty of sense and it impacts your whole idea and opinion and what relationship dynamics looks like. Okay, sure. Um, let's see. Aquam said, absolutely. D said, Lady J. Erica said, it's you, and that's fine. Yeah, yeah. Erica, please understand, baby girl. I love you and respect everything you're doing. I'm not knocking what you do. That's you and your man comfortability bubble, right? That works for you. That's y'all world, wishing y'all the best. And y'all get married, don't get married, stay together. However, y'all got that thing going on, man. Whatever y'all do, whatever people do in their life, I'm not knocking what works. Like I said, you have figured out what works for you. Please understand. Hey, Roslyn, how you doing, baby girl? Welcome to the show. Oh yeah, I think we have to. I got the 12,000 yesterday. Can I get the 12,000 likes, y'all? What's going on Facebook? What's going on TikTok? What's going on YouTube? How y'all doing? Thanks for locking into the show. Y'all say y'all can hear me today. Thank you guys so much for that. If you got time, share the video out there. That's free. Hit the like button wherever you go. That's free. And you can subscribe or follow. That's free also. So if you're just following through and you like what you show, we come on every day at the same back time, same back channel. It's 4 o'clock Central Standard Time. Thank you guys for liking it. I talk about relationships and trending topics. I am a veteran radio talk show host and just went into podcasting and doing my own thing now, the distribution. And you guys have made me my household name over the last 3 months. So thank you guys so much for that. Appreciate you. All right. So to get back to what I was saying here is I think we need to embrace who you are. It ain't for me to judge Erica or Dee or Rachel or Shaw or Kimberly or Lady J or Tams. It ain't for me to judge what you feel is comfortable. You need to judge that person in front of you and make sure that works for you. So what works for Joe Lockett may not work for you. Some of women looking at me like, ain't no way in the hell I'd be with that dude. That ninja would get on my nerve. It wouldn't work for me. But guess what? If you're saying that about me, I'd probably say the same thing about you because it wouldn't work. Because what you need to be comfortable, right? And this is what a lot of people don't want to talk about, right? It's 17 minutes after that. We got locked into your favorite evening ride. So, boy, Joe Lockett. You don't want to talk about this, ladies and gentlemen. Some men and women want to be in a relationship so they can be comfortable. Oh, definitely. Let me say this, y'all. For the women that are watching my show today. Thank you so much. Right. Love you, ladies. I am blessed with a face for radio and a body for TV to have a plethora of women who want to be with me, spend time with me, or hang out with me. But at this stage in my life, it's my life, my choice, my time. At this stage in my life, it's not about sex anymore. It's not. It's not about can I get you in my bedroom. Right now, it's really just spending time with people, hanging out, watching a movie. Like tomorrow, if you guys are just locking into the show, Ebony and I, we're going to see The Color Purple. We're going on the daytime, whatever y'all want to call it a date, Ebony and I. We're going on a date tomorrow to go see The Color Purple. And so tomorrow, y'all, the show may not start at 4 o'clock because the show starts at 1:30. So we're going to go, what we want to do is watch the show and we want to come back to the show here and give a review of The Color Purple. Because some people are saying it's a good show and some people are saying it's not a good show if they don't like it. So we're both going to watch the show tomorrow and we're going to give you guys our honest review of what we saw of The Color Purple. So tomorrow's show, wherever you're watching my show at, we may start at 4:30, okay, instead of 4 o'clock tomorrow. We're gonna try to make it 4 o'clock, but we want to watch the whole movie so we can tell you guys what we liked or what we didn't like about The Color Purple. So tomorrow, make sure you guys lock it in. Joe and Ebony are going to the movies on I guess you guys want to call it a outing date. I don't know, but we're going out tomorrow. We're going to see The Color Purple, and we guys will give you a breakdown of what we think the movie's going to be. So you guys lock it in tomorrow for that. Nephew will be back most likely next week, Aquawoman. So we'll be back. A lot of people didn't understand that it's a musical. Like I said, I don't know. I'm going to watch it and give you guys my honest review tomorrow when I do watch the movie. I've heard different things, but I will reserve my comments to after I watch the movie with some popcorn and have the beautiful Ebony Steele sitting beside me as we watch the movie. And I hope there's a scary portion where she'll grab my arm, but I don't think that's gonna be a scary movie. So we may just be sitting like this. Anyway, yeah, Ebony Steele will be in the studio tomorrow after we watch the show. So if you guys don't see us at 4 o'clock, don't think that we're not coming. Actually, we'll just be, like I said, we start at the bottom of the hour, which is 4:30. Because 1:30, 2:30, 3:30, most movies they say moves about 2 hours. Then we got to travel back and there. And then we got to get here. We got to get set up. So I'm thinking around 4:30, we should be able to be on air and be able to start to give you guys our view from there. So just let you guys know that. So hang tight tomorrow. Don't go anywhere. Just know that we may be 30 minutes off schedule than we usually are doing it. All right, so back to the show, y'all. Ebony Steele will be in the building tomorrow talking about The Color Purple. But now let's get back to the pause of relationships. Okay, so we talked about, if you're going to travel. This is where this whole diatribe started from. If traveling, can you travel? Can I go traveling by myself without you? Now, I want to get into this last little part when it comes to relationships is this here. This is tough for me to talk about because I know I'm gonna get a lot of hit and vitriol when I say this one here, right? How do I say this to make sure that I'm not being derogatory towards anybody? When it comes to relationships and it's not working. Right? How long do you stay? How long do you stay? And I want to take this off the table. We're not talking about cheating. We're not talking about lying. Okay? Nothing but infidelity. But the relationship, it's not working. You two are not working. But you love her or you love him. How long do you stay? This is a toughie. Anybody want to come on and talk about it? Let me know because I would love to know the answer. I have someone that's watching the show that's going through that right now, and I told them I would talk about it because they love the person, but for whatever reason, it's just not working. They've done the counseling, they've had the conversations, but they're not happy. It's some small things, but they're not happy. How long do you stay? Miss Hanson said you stay as long as you still stand how he chews and breathes. Okay. Aquawoman said, let your mate know it's not working and it's time to separate or seek relationship therapy. It's gone right after. It's gone right after the counsel. Long enough to move out. Monique says, you don't stay, you cut your losses and move on. It will be hard, but it has to be done. We're talking about relationship. We're not talking about marriage. We're talking about relationship. We're talking about relationship. This is relationship, not marriage to him. If I'm in therapy, I'm heading out the door. What if he's in therapy? About y'all? What if he's in therapy? How long do you stay? You love this person. I mean, you like really, really love this person. That's your baby. But something, in you, for you, you're just not happy. You can't put your finger on it. It ain't nothing that they really have done. But in this relationship, you feel trapped. Y'all know what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. Don't play stupid with your boy. You know, at 26 minutes after the hour, you know what I'm talking about here. Ain't nobody done nothing wrong, but you have outgrown this relationship. You've been in it for a minute. He or she didn't do anything but you're not happy. Let's talk about that. He or she didn't do anything wrong, but you're not happy. But you love this person, but you're not happy. What do you do? How do you get out of a relationship? How do you tell somebody you've been in a relationship with for a minute now? Let's say 2-3 years. They did nothing wrong. Everything is going right. They did nothing wrong. You did nothing wrong, but your ass ain't happy. How long do you stay in a relationship? Do you stay in a relationship? What does that look like? Tap me in, Joe. Okay, Miss Hanson, let me see. Can I tap you in here? Joe. What? For the for the last couple times that you've been hosting, you've been so like amazing, so wonderful, so thoughtful, so just so different. It's my time, my choice, my life, babe. What do we say? It's my life. So empathetic, so I don't know who she is, but it's working. It ain't nobody right now. It ain't nobody. It's you. Can I call you after the show? Shut up. I'm just saying, can I call? I'm saying it ain't nobody, so can I call you after the show?
Yes, you can call me. But listen, so you asked the question, how long?
Yes.
That is,
Happy New Year to you, baby.
you asked the question, how long? And that is such a personal question, right? Like, it is such a personal question in that everybody has a different bandwidth, a different timeline.
Okay.
So, like, it was a six group of girls. Like, we went out last night to Twin Peaks to watch the Miami Heat game, and it was interesting because we're all educated, good women.
Okay.
Some of us have been married, some of us haven't, but we all have the same thing in common, in that we want love.
Mm-hmm.
And so the conversation was really complex. And so one of the other girls who's married, she's married 19 years.
Okay.
The other girl was like upset with the girl that's like in a new relationship. It's been like 6 months. This relationship isn't kind of working out. And the one that's been married for 19 years was kind of impatient about the one that's been in this relationship for 6 months, because she feels like she needs to just end it already. You know what I mean? Like, there's no label, there's just a lot of ambiguity, and so just let it go. You know, but that's not for any one of us to say to the other, you know, when it's time to go. It's painful as hell to come to that conclusion, but only you know. That's why I joke a lot when I make comments. Like yesterday, you said, "What do you do?" You asked, "What do you do like during a fight?" And I'm like, "You hug, kiss me, and give me the D." Like, the reality is, if I'm fighting, it's because I want to be more intimate. I want to be more connected, right?
Okay.
And I joke about that, but it's very
serious. But you was very serious about it. If
it's
that's your
very
man.
serious. Like, if you're arguing with you, it's because I lack connection. You know what I mean? I don't even want to talk about half the shit I'm talking about. I just want the D. So that's that. But when we're talking about this topic, I think it's very specific to everybody's personal.
Why you got women talking about, yeah, they're agreeing with you? What the hell?
And when I start raping, it's because there's no connection.
Wow. I got you.
I want to minimize that there are issues in relationships and marriages that don't require counseling. Again, you know that I'm a therapist, but I want to say that women are just as simple as men. We just need our basic needs met.
Gotcha.
And sometimes when women are doing a lot of talking, it's because we have connection.
Okay.
So sometimes, a hug, a kiss, and good sex is the resolution. Not all the time, but most of the time. So, but just piggybacking on what you were saying in terms of when do you know? I think it's a very personal question. It's an internal question. I don't think all of my girlfriends that went out to watch the Miami Heat game, we're all cool, but I don't think any one of your homegirls should be forcing you to make a decision. It is a very personal decision, just like religion and politics. Those are very individual decisions. You know when you know.
Okay, so let me ask you this though. Okay, so you know when you know, it's personal. Okay, but Miss Hanson, the man that you're with, let's say you're with him for 3-4 years, he did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, this is me and you, right? This is hypothetically speaking. You and I in a relationship, right? I did nothing wrong to you, but for whatever reason, right? You're not happy. It's not because of me, but you're not happy in this relationship.
If you're not happy in a relationship with a decent human being, it means that you weren't honest when you got with him.
Right.
Or her. So if you're not happy in a relationship with a decent human being, that means that he didn't cheat or she didn't cheat.
Right.
That means that they don't curse at you. They're not verbally abusive. That means that they meet most of the expectations, the 80-20 rule. It means that you settled from the beginning.
So now how do you get out of this relationship and tell this person, I wasted your time?
You don't have to say you wasted your time, because no time is ever wasted. Any time
What?
you spend with any human being is valuable. Any time that you spend with any human being is of value, because you get to know somebody, they get to know you, you do for them, and they do for you. Any time you spend with a human being is valuable. I spent almost 13 years being married. That was valuable. Um, it was valuable in nature, and that's why we're still cool as shit. But I wasn't honest with myself when I when he was courting me,
Mhm.
and when we got married, he was the 80-20. I want 100, but anyway.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Can I stop you right there? Don't lose your thought. But I want to ask you right there. You said you wasn't honest with him, right? When you got with him. Now, let's flip that. Okay, right. Oh, you were honest with yourself. Okay, so now, what if he did that to you and he wasn't honest with himself? And years later, a couple of babies later, he found out that he wasn't honest with himself. You, as the person on the end of receiving that, how do you feel?
Women go through that.
I ain't talking about the women. I'm talking about you, the wife. The man figured out that you ain't the woman that he need to be with. You got his kids now. How do you, the woman, feel? Telling you, basically, at the end of the day, he can say it how clever he want to say it, but it's summarizes up to, I was never in love with you and I wasted your time. How do you deal with that?
So here's the thing: I wouldn't have dealt with it, and that's what I think. To my point, a lot of women have dealt with that, right? Because a lot of women are in the roster. They're in a rotation. I mean, that's just a matter of fact, right? But I dealt with that. And you put on your big girl panties and you move on, and you know that you have self worth and that there is someone else out there for you. It is a very painful experience, but it is an experience that a lot of women have dealt with, more so than men. I think a lot of women have not brought it to men because women stay for different reasons. For family, when you get married, you not only marry the person, you marry the entire family. You marry your children, the in-laws, the aunts, the uncles, everything. The other thing is finances. A lot of women are not in my position where they can just get up and leave. So these candid conversations aren't always had. But men who can figure it out have had these conversations with women. And we just got to suck it up and move on. I've had men.
Okay. So, can I stop you right there? Because I really want to dive into this for the women. You said you're in position to suck it up, buttercup, put your big girl panties on and move on because you bossed up. What about the women that haven't? What do they do?
Learn to speak as a black woman who is mother's Puerto Rican, my father's black women have endured so much. We can endure anything. So,
well, what about the white women and the Asian women? What they got to do? They in the same situation too.
I'm saying that most of the women
right.
that we're speaking to are women of color, and they can handle anything. So, a dude telling them that they're not the one is not going to make or break them. Right? So, but it hurts. It hurts like hell because you feel like, okay, I wasn't chosen or I wasn't the one or whatever. But at the end of the day, it goes both ways. I've hurt men and men have hurt me. And we have to look at it that way. We can't say, oh, like we can't be victims because I've hurt a lot of men. A lot of men have said, man, you had my heart. And I'm like, I didn't realize that. Yo, you were the one, and vice versa, where I felt like that person. And the conversation starts with, when do you know when to leave? You know when to leave when the other person isn't being reciprocal, when the reciprocity is gone, when they're not doing for you what you would do for them. It's really basic math. When the math isn't mathing, 1 + 1 is 2, no matter what continent you're on. And if I'm giving you 1 and you're giving me -1, it's not. That's when you leave.
Okay, but what if you're the problem and they start to give you 1? I'm saying, but
I'm the problem. I am the problem. I said to you when you said something slick, I was like, if you can afford me, so I know I'm the problem. But the point is, you're the problem to a man that's not for you. For the man that's for you, you're the solution.
Say that again now.
You're the problem for the man that is not for you. The man that God has not sent for you, you are a problem. For the man that God has set for you, you are the solution.
Is that true what you're saying though? Because you're the solution for what he's looking for right now. But that's probably not who you truly want to be. So I don't know if that's a true, accurate statement.
But we have to stop thinking of relationships as forever as well. Because as people, we evolve, right? So I'm 46 years old. What I wanted at 20, I didn't want at 30. What I wanted at 30, I didn't want at 40. What I wanted at 46, I don't want. You know what I mean? So we have to, the notion that a relationship has to be forever, it's not for me.
Whoa! Okay. Well, speak on this, Hanson. Go ahead, baby. Hey, girl. You.
We evolve as human beings, right?
Okay.
So we evolve. So I'm just saying to you that what I want right now,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want 15 years ago.
So that could be said for the men too, though, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And we have to understand this. We're human. So if you're in a marriage, I was in a marriage, so I can speak to this.
Okay.
And your husband comes to you and says to you, I don't want to live like roommates anymore. I'm not in love with you or in lust with you anymore. You're a good woman, and I'm going to make sure that your transition is smooth, that the kids are taken care of, and that I'm going to help you because I love you. Like I love you as a person. You have to respect that.
Yeah.
And move on. In the same way that if a woman comes to her husband and says, I loved you, I gave you all I had, I raised your children, I catered to your needs, but I don't want to live like this anymore. As long as you do it with dignity and grace, I think we're okay. And going back to your question, when do you know it's time to leave? You know it's time to leave when that person isn't fulfilling your desires sexually, emotionally, financially. You know when it's time to leave, but no one can tell you when it's time to leave. That is a personal decision, not your homegirl, not your homeboy, not the dude straying with on the side. You have to decide that. And so many times for women, we know a year before.
Let me ask you this question.
We with our minds before.
That's true. Let me ask you this question, Ms. Hanson. You don't have to answer if you don't want. You can tell me to go to hell. Do you know what true love looks like?
I do, because I had an amazing father.
No. I'm saying, do you know from a man besides your father what true love and commitment looks like for you? Not what your daddy gave you, not what your mother.
I do, and I almost feel embarrassed. I'm being very transparent with you tonight.
Sure.
I almost feel embarrassed to say that, and ashamed. I feel shame when you ask me that question. I'll tell you why.
But I love you.
My husband loved me unconditionally and to no end. And we talk probably my ex-husband talk once or twice a week about the children, about what the needs are, about business, about things.
Right.
I know that and we've been divorced almost 3 years, if I called him tomorrow and said, I want to come home, I know that he would say, come. And that brings me some shame when I say that. So yes, I know what unconditional and true love feels like, but I also know that that's not enough.
So, with that being said, Ms. Hanson, because I know a lot of people around the world that listen to you right now, what is that you're truly looking for? Because you got the kids, you had the perfect husband. What is it that you're missing?
If I'm honest,
we need you to be. Well, I would like you to be.
I'm looking for somebody who not only adores me, but meets my fly. That dances like I want to dance. That kisses like I want to kiss. That sexes me like I sex him. That I'm looking for spice, passion, unconditional love, and it's a lot to ask for. I understand that, and it's a big risk. In that I may be searching for it for the rest of my life, but it's a risk I'm willing to take because I don't want to be with someone who loves me unconditionally but doesn't meet all of my needs. I want to believe.
Okay, can we break this? Can we break this down, Miss Anderson? You got time today? You got a little bit of time? Okay, so I want to break this down what we're doing because a lot of people come in on what you're saying. You got a lot of people going here. Okay, so you're saying that you had a man that gave you everything you want, but he didn't fulfill all your needs, and so that's why it didn't work for you. Correct?
It would be a P20. It's the idea that we have to marry a good person and just stick with it because that's how we're socialized.
Gotcha.
That's not my belief.
Okay.
Right? Like I'm a go after whatever I want, and I'm trying to not only manifest it, but I try to work towards it as well. And I believe that there's a man out there that when I move, he moves just like that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like that man. When I kiss him, I could feel it in my lady parts, right? I believe that there's a man that is generous, like I'm generous, but more generous than me. I believe that that's out there. I think when women stop believing that their mirror is out there, we settle. I'm just not willing to do that ever again. And not to say that he wasn't a good man, because I love him tremendously.
Right.
But I'm not living with a roommate ever again in my life.
Wow. Ooh. Now you said something right there because if people didn't catch what you just said, you just called your husband a roommate, your ex-husband.
He was, yeah. He became. He was.
But wait a minute. Come on, Miss Hanson. When I'm married to you, baby, I'm supposed to get comfortable.
To a certain extent.
No. It's not to a certain extent. No. You went in. You come on, Miss Hanson. You said you went in and you were wrong for marrying him.
You that I admit that I sold myself short.
Right. So you sold me what I needed to see.
Oh no, honey, because I was that. Let me tell you, I'm that chick. I cooked, cleaned, fucked, sucked, it all. So my point is, I did my part. He got so comfortable in having a family woman, a fucking porn star, a mom, somebody that loved his parents, that he became complacent.
Wait a minute, hold on now. You know, me and you friends, but I want to ask you this: isn't that what a husband's supposed to do?
No, you listen. You can't. I want you to be comfortable because I'm not chick. I want you to understand that you should not be sleeping on the couch after you watch the game and I'm in the room. Fly chick.
But wait. Come on, Miss Hanson. Okay, we're married now. Every minute of our marriage is not going to be spicy.
I don't need it every minute, but I don't need you to be so comfortable. And the other thing is this, Joe.
Okay.
Men and women hormonally have different time frames. So my ex-husband is 39, I'm 46. So he was 6 or 7 years my minor, and about 6 or 7 years his senior.
And you were spicier than he was? Okay.
That part. But so here's what I'm saying. I did everything I needed to do in that marriage. And that's
wait a minute. Stop. Okay, Miss Hanson. I don't mean to interrupt you. Hold your thought, but I want to talk to you. We want to talk through this because I'm going to go with you on this. You're saying you did everything, right? In your mind, you may have felt that you do.
He said it. So he said to me all the time, I didn't give you a fair shake as a wife. You were everything I wanted. I was extremely submissive. I came home, and the minute I came home, I took off my clothes and I cooked, I cleaned, I took care of the kids. I would take his food to his business.
So what did he do? So what did your husband do?
He didn't have sex with me enough.
So a man lost his good wife and his family because he didn't sex his wife enough.
Yeah, that part. And I can be honest and say that.
And that's cool, but what I'm saying is listen to what we're saying though, right? So a woman saying this, right? You're a woman saying this with kids with this man, correct? But if a man says exactly what the hell you just said, right? Come on now. If a man said what you just said, we would get thrown under the bus.
No.
Yeah, we would. If a man left a woman with kids, she did everything right, but she didn't sex him enough. Y'all women would kill y'all would go out there and tear him apart.
Listen, I think you need, regardless of gender, we don't need to judge why a person leaves.
I understand that, but what I'm saying is you're right, Miss Hanson, but that ain't the way life works. Because right now, what you're doing exactly what men have done for decades. And when men do the exact same thing that you're saying, this is what I be talking about on my show. Women are just like men. Y'all just don't get, women are not as bold as you are. And I appreciate you for coming on show and being and speaking to it because there are a lot of women that do what you do. But a lot of women are not talking about what they do to men.
Which I can give zero fucks about. They write comments, but they don't have the courage to speak their truth. And I'm telling you that there's a lot of guilt and shame that I carry for leaving a good man behind. But I owe it to myself to be with the person that fulfills me.
Okay, hold on. I want to do this. Are you okay, Miss Hanson? Hold on tight. I'm gonna bring Christy in because she want to talk with you too. Is that okay? All right. So she's gonna get Christy in here.
And Dr. John talking shit. Put him on too. We got the smoke. Let's go.
Hey man, y'all be careful on y'all language, okay? All right. All right, y'all just be careful because I don't want to get kicked off social media. Okay, Chrissy, you're in. You're locked into the Joe Locker Show. How you doing, baby?
How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. I'm intrigued. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Well, y'all go ahead and have the conversation. I'm gonna be quiet and let y'all take over the show. Go ahead.
I do have a few comments about what you said. So in the beginning, when you first started talking, I'm like, okay, I get it, you know. But then after you continue, that's when I did hear what everybody else was thinking. It was the sex, right? And which we all have been there, done that, gone through it, or most of us, some of us, have it go. But to say he was everything, he was great, he was this, he was that, because he told you so, he lied. He straight up lied. Because there's no man that loves you unconditionally and doing everything, and everything is so wonderful that he's gonna go to sleep after the game. No. On the couch, no. Unless he's drinking and fell asleep that way. No.
How long were you married?
I'm in my second marriage.
Yeah.
My first marriage was 13 years. My husband is deceased. My ex-husband is deceased. This marriage, I've been with my husband 10 years.
Right. And how's your sex life?
Wonderful.
Yeah. So I was not, to answer. I guess there's some sidebar conversations that I'm reading. I was not the man.
There's a lot going on right now. You just sparked the fire, but go ahead.
Right. So I was not the man in the relationship. My husband is a man's man. He's at Aries, so that's a fire sign. So that just, my ex-husband was not to be played with. So I was not the man in a relationship. He was very well to do. I think that what happens is that in a relationship, if you're not equally yoked in the beginning, it starts to surface. So I think what you had, Chrissy, is you married a man that there was fights from the beginning. I married a man that was safe and kind and thoughtful, and we had good sex, but it wasn't always this. I don't think I was honest enough about how much I wanted it. Because at the time that I married him, I was in my 30s, and my libido wasn't the same as it is in your 40s. So when a woman is in her 40s, it's at an all-time high. When I met when I met him, he was in his 20s and it was at an all-time high, but then it went down. So we're talking about hormones right now, but it's not only the sex. He started to just really take for granted all that I did. And you guys don't know me personally, but I was raised by a Puerto Rican woman, and I don't know how much you know about the Puerto Rican culture, but we're of service to aunts, to uncles, to grandfathers, to everyone. So it builds resentment in a marriage when you not only cook, but you actually plate the food and serve them. You pick it up, you wash the dish. Now you're ironing the clothes for the next day. So it wasn't just about sex, because I see some comments about sex, but you don't know enough about Latin culture to be able to talk about that. As a Latin woman, we value service.
But I do want to speak on that. As far as your culture is your culture, I don't think, well, me personally, I'm not targeting or attacking you in no type of way as far as your culture, but I'm a Black woman.
I am too.
My mom and my dad, and I was raised, the girls, I don't know if Penny told you guys that, but she had 16 kids, okay? 16 kids, I was a Siamese twin, but the way we was raised to be wives. I've never entered a relationship with the understanding, oh, I'm gonna just be with a guy for a few months, or I'm gonna be this, or no, we were raised to be wives. Period.
That part.
Yes. So, far as the catering to the man, yes, I do it all, of course, but well, I ain't gonna say it all, and we ain't getting into that joke. No,
y'all be careful. We on social media.
The same token, I've had successful marriages.
Okay.
When you speak about women catering to a man, sometimes women can overload the man.
I didn't overload him. I left.
I understand that. I get that. But don't take it. I feel like you're taking it as an attack instead of understanding everybody else's position or other people's positions. If I tell my story and I go back and read, I'm sure people are going to say different things or whatever. But as far as your culture and Black women, you're both. You said you're both. So that's fine. But Black women are raised, most of them are raised, well, in my life, we were raised to cater to our men with the expectation of X, Y, and Z. So when you say, and making the plates and taking care of the kids and working 2 jobs, like I can go into how my first husband, he got severely sick. I had to work 2 jobs. I had to take care of him. I had to take care of our son, and still put on that face. And I was in school.
So, Chrissy, I don't want to cut you off, but Dr. John talking about modern vibes. I consider myself a traditional modern woman in that, Dr. John, I cook every single day. I clean, I wash clothes, and I work. I have 2 degrees. So I consider myself a traditionally modern woman in that I feel my man's needs are important, but I'm also a professional woman. To answer your question, Dr. John.
And while y'all are doing this, if y'all are loving this conversation, because I see the numbers are growing, y'all need to hit that like button for me too. But go ahead.
See, I get exactly what you're saying. I think sometimes my passion gets misconstrued, and I think people just hate to hate, and I don't give a damn about it, right?
I agree with what you're saying. I don't consider myself a modern woman because of the way these women are these days. I would never do something, say something.
Hold on.
I just don't. Me personally.
Degrees don't count for men in relationships. No, they don't. But they count for
that's what I
can leave when I want to, Dr. John. That's what that means. But, and I don't even know why he has doctor in front of his name. I'd like to see your degree. But here's the thing. What I'm saying, Chrissy, is I understand where you're coming from. I think that the vibe when I started was different, but then Joe started to ask provocative questions. What happens when an interviewer starts to ask provocative questions is you start to get into the real deal of things, and that's where the comments come in. But that's a wonderful interviewer. That's what interviewing, I mean, you gotta You got
I'm a radio talk show with 10 years experience, so I do know how to do this,
So
y'all.
he knows what he's doing.
Yes.
He's talking.
I agree. I'm not refusing anything. I'm speaking my piece in what I agree
Yeah.
and disagree on or misunderstood. Let's say that, right?
Mm.
But I mean, I think you're a wonderful person.
Thank you,
speak very
Christine.
well. Me myself, I have 2 degrees as well. But I don't think it's the degrees, it's the person you are. You feel me? You have to be that person in all aspects and whatever the situation calls for.
Can I ask you ladies this question? Okay, can I ask you ladies this question? We got similar opinions but different opinions, right? And Miss Hanson, you know I love you. I know you who you are. We've talked. So I want to ask this question. Somebody got their phone on very loud. Turn your volume down. Yeah, somebody got me on the background very loud. Can you turn it down in the background?
I don't know who it is. I don't know who it is.
Okay, I think, Chrissy, I think you got me up loud in your background. Okay, Miss Hanson, somebody got me up loud in y'all background. You need to turn me down. Is that better? Okay. All right. So let me do this here. Okay. I'll bring you guys back in. The feedback was killing me. I want to ask the ladies this because 2 strong women, difference of opinion, but I don't think neither is wrong, and I don't think neither is. I think they're right in their own way of looking at it. Miss Hanson is very strong, and she realized that she has things as she got older that she needed to be happy. Now, I do want to get her back on here because I want to ask her, what she needed to be happy. Why wasn't her husband able to fulfill that need and he was younger? And I do want to get Chrissy back on here if it's possible, because I think both of y'all are submissive and y'all are servant to y'all men. But I think what I heard from Ms. Hanson, because I did this, I need my needs to be fulfilled. And what I heard for Chrissy is, because I need this, I want my needs fulfilled, but if you don't fulfill my needs, we'll work it out. Now, I could be wrong. And that's why I want Miss Hanson to come back on, and I want Chrissy to come back on. Because I think that's what I heard the difference. They're both saying the same thing. But I think one is saying that we can work it out, and the other one is saying, if you can't do this, just because we got the kids, just because we got the marriage, what I need to have that, or I don't want, I can't do this with you. And I think with Christy is, if I did get this, or if I don't have this, we're going to figure it out, but we can work it out some kind of way. So let me see, can I get Ms. Hanson back on here? And see, can I invite Christy back and let them talk this out to answer my questions here.
Hey.
Hey, Ms. Hanson.
Yeah, Chrissy, where are you?
I just sent her an invitation. So did you hear my question?
I did.
Okay.
I did, and I loved the way you posted. I think what happened was when Chrissy initially came on,
Okay.
she was perplexed about how I could say that I was the type of woman that I was, and he wasn't sexting me.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's an article, there's the thing on Netflix that if you guys haven't watched it, it's called The Sexual Blueprint.
Okay.
It's a sexual blueprint, and then after that, you pay like $8 to take the actual test. Mm-hmm. Well, when my marriage was falling short, I asked my husband if he would take the sexual blueprint with me. It's almost like the love language test. If anybody's taken the love language test, well, it's called the sexual blueprint test. And I took it initially, and I found out I was much more spicy than I thought I was. And so I went to him when I came home Of course, my hormones had changed because I was in my 40s.
Mhm.
And I said, would you consider taking the test with me? And he said, I would. He said, I would. I said, because I think we're going down a rabbit hole and I don't like it. And I love my family and I love you.
Mhm.
And I want to save this marriage, but I want much more sex than what we're having. And I'm a beautiful woman. I don't say that lightly. I say that humbly, but I'm an attractive woman in all facets. And so he said, yeah. So we took the test and we discovered that my sexual blueprint was more sensual. So I like candles and music and kissing and hugging and the whole environment, right? The whole like Frankie Beverly Mays and I like that stuff. And he was more kinky and sexual in that, like he was more into porn.
Gotcha.
So we talked about that. We couldn't get over that. Is my point. We couldn't get over, even though we did. I tried to save it, and we did the sexual blueprint. We couldn't get over that part.
Okay. Well, hold on. Let's say this. Can I say this? Can I be real? Can I be real with you for a minute, Ms. Hampton? I don't think you could get over that part.
Okay.
It ain't him, because what you just said to us earlier, that he'll still take you back, even knowing who you are. You're saying to me what I hear from you said plenty of times. You wouldn't take him back because he can't satisfy you. So this is a you. So this is a you thing.
Aqua woman just said it.
Uh-huh.
So Dr. Ja Dr. Ja. I don't know what type of doctor he is, but he likes to point the finger and say, "Well, we should."
No, Ms. Hampton. Okay, I need you to talk to me. Don't talk to me.
No, I am.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this.
Okay, go ahead.
He likes to say we should have known that before. Well, hindsight is 2020.
Well, people evolve. People change. People change.
What the woman said is correct in that. What the woman said was correct in that we weren't sexually matched, and that's okay, right? We do the best we can with what we have.
Right. Well,
and then when we can't do it anymore, we have candid conversations
right.
about how we can move forward, which is what started the conversation. How do you know when to leave?
Okay.
You know when to leave when your needs aren't met. My kids have not suffered. We are great co-parents. My children, we co-parent wonderfully. They have not suffered. They have two educated parents that were able to figure it out.
Okay, so let me.
For all kids,
part of it's not to cut you off, Ms. Simpson, I apologize, but part of this, I feel like, me personally, I feel like is maybe a little more something. It feel like something is missing because it seems like you try to overcompensate on different ends to say, well, it was this or it was that because we're educated or we're this or that has nothing to do with compatibility. And
no, that's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
And sometimes men, they don't really speak their truth when it comes to sex, to be honest. Like, he could have had a partial problem or issue that he didn't want to bring to the forefront. Was that considered? And
I want to say this.
That's what I'm saying, Chrissy, is that I'm a good communicator. He's a good communicator. He comes from a really good family. I come from humble beginnings. One of the things I want to say to you, Miss Chrissy, is that the communication wasn't the issue in the marriage. We were best friends and we did everything together. The problem is I had more desires than he did. And it wasn't because I wasn't attractive and it wasn't because I wasn't good.
Right.
It's that we weren't equally yoked. Like Aqua Women said, when you're mismatched, you're mismatched.
And let me say this. Let me jump in. Let me jump in real quick to everybody listening to the show. They will appreciate you. I want to make sure everybody, we got Christy and we got Ms. Hanson on the show. We thank you guys for joining the show. And Ms. Hanson, I want to thank you for your vulnerability and your transparency.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want everybody to understand that this is my show. We're not going to attack anybody for what she's saying. That's her truth.
Yeah.
It's between her and her husband and her kids. Okay, so let's make sure we're clear about that. No woman on my platform is going to be attacked. Okay, so let's not do that. If you want to attack a woman, get the hell off my platform. I love you, but get off the platform. Ms. Hanson is my friend. Chrissy is my friend. If you come on my show, you're my friend. We are here trying to make sure that women like her who feel like she is can express what they feel, what they went through, and how they are dealing with their issues. I'm not here to judge Miss Hanson at no point. Whatever she did with her kids and her husband, that's between her and her husband. They got to live with that. I ask questions, right? So we can get better. You know what I'm saying? And so we can understand how a woman like her needs to be loved, needs to be sex, or whatever the case may be. And we got Chrissy on the show. She sees a little bit different. But one thing I want to make sure that we do, we're not going to disrespect any man or woman on my show. Let's be clear about that. Go ahead, ladies.
And I want to say to Miss Hanson, I hope you heard me the first two times I said I'm not attacking you. I understand. I think it was a misunderstanding, and that's why we revisited the issue. And I think you went to the comments instead of focusing on what Joe was asking, and it kind of threw me through a loop. I got confused because I'm like, okay, you're speaking about the comments, and I was trying to listen for the answer to the questions.
Yeah, I think, Chrissy, where the miscommunication occurred was you kind of implied that if I was that good of a woman, why wasn't he sexing me more? And the reality is that just because you're a man doesn't mean that you have the sexual desire that every man has. I have a high sex drive.
Understood, but that was not the case at all.
So what I'm saying is I did everything I was supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
And when we got married, my sex drive was lower because hormonally it was lower. In your 30s, it's lower. But when you become 40, it increases. It's just science. It isn't me. Every woman in their 40s will tell you, I don't know what the hell's going on with me, but I want it. And a lot of times, no, I'm just telling you.
Kristen, how old are you?
44, so I understand. So I'm like,
You get it?
Wait a minute, Chrissy. I gotta ask y'all a question, ladies. When y'all in y'all 40s, is y'all got burning desires like that for real, for real?
Yes, we do.
But wait a minute. Have y'all told y'all man that? Because when I was in my 40s and I was a woman in my 40s, I didn't know that.
You won't know.
Nah, you need to tell me. Don't be talking about. I ain't laying the pipe and you ain't told me that you horny as hell. I need a freak in you. Put some thumbs on and let me know what's going on. Don't have any guesses. You walking around in them big blue panties and stuff. Stop it. Tell me, show me, so I can get freaky with you. Let me get my jersey on.
Man, honestly, we talk about this all the time now because we're friends. I married a man whose sexual appetite won't ever be what mine is. But because at the time that I married him, I was in a different place, a different space, it worked. What I'm saying for men and women, it's okay to say to the person that you were in love with, it's not working now. Don't ever feel bad about taking care of your needs.
So let me ask you this question, Ms. Hanson. Just say you. Okay, but let me ask you this question, Ms. Hanson. Okay, so your sexual apparatus has, grown. Because you have grown faster than I can, and because you're my wife, is there, or would there have been a time where, okay, you say, okay, baby, I need more?
We did the sexual blueprint survey.
Okay, but I'm saying, what is the work? Let me ask you now, because you've been through it. As a man that may potentially be with you, what is the work that I need to put in? Because I'm gonna tell you, this is where women, and let's have this conversation, Christy and Miss Hanson. You guys are locking into the Joe Like Show. We got Christy and Hanson on the show. Okay, so what we're talking about right now, if I'm 53, and Miss Hanson, you said you're what? 40.
46. I'm 46.
You're 46.
I only date men over 50.
Okay, so you're 46, and Miss Christy, how old are you?
I'm 44.
Okay, so you're 44 and we're 46, and I'm 53. Okay, can I be real with y'all ladies? As a man, our testosterone, our sexual urge levels goes down.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. So you're gonna get a 1 and a P on a bad day. You can get 2 and a P on a good day. And you're not going to get that 5 to 6 times a week. with a man in his 50s?
It's not the amount.
Okay.
It was the intimacy I was missing. So when we had the candid conversation, he said to me, LaShawn, my parents didn't teach me affection and emotion.
That's most
So
men.
what I was lacking, because I'm a sensual lover.
Okay.
So I like the candles, whatever. I don't need the penetration as much as I need the intimacy and the connection.
Okay.
But because he was raised by very stoic Jamaican parents, he wasn't able to give that to me. And we talk about that often. How he failed. He feels he failed. I don't think he failed. I think it wasn't true to what I wanted. And then my hormones were different. But he says that often. Like he wishes he could have been more.
MD, you're not 53, bro. But go ahead.
My question, Ms. Hampton, would be, was he that way in the beginning?
No. So because my needs were different, and this is what I'm saying. When we talk about human beings, our needs are different at different times, at different stages of human development. Our needs are different. So when I met him, what I needed, he fulfilled. But as I evolved, as we all do every 7 years, then my needs were different. And some women stay. I just chose not to.
Can I ask you this question then? Because this is, I think, a lot of people that are sitting back watching the show, listening to this, would like to know. Okay, so when you became married, right, and you married your husband, and how many kids do you have with your husband?
One biological with him.
Okay, so
from my first relationship.
So you have one biological with your husband, right?
12 years, and then my marriage of 15 years, yeah.
Okay, so you have 3 kids total and one with the husband that you have now. Okay, yeah. So don't take this the wrong way, and don't hang up on me, Ms. Hanson.
No.
But I need to ask you this tough question.
Yeah.
Okay? Have you, or has it ever been a point where, it's not about you and your sexual appetite at this point in time? It's about your family and your kids.
Yeah,
when do you, is it possible for you to say at some point, like, okay, I can be happy after I raise my, and this is a question I'm asking for people who are thinking this, is it possible that you, and why didn't you say, after I raise my kids and I get them to be an adult, and then I can chase my sexual, appetite? You know what I'm saying?
Can I be a bit superficial for a minute?
I need, because I'm sitting here listening to you. Please do. I want you to be honest.
Yes, please.
Please, can I be honest?
I need you to be honest. That's what I'm asking. Yes.
I'm gonna say this.
Sure.
I got your back, Ms. Hanson. Say it.
No, Christine, I appreciate you. This is a very vulnerable space.
Very.
Okay.
So I don't want anybody I don't want anybody attacking Ms. Hanson. If you do, I will block you.
But can I say this for a minute?
Sure.
When you believe that you're that bitch, when you bring it all to the table, including the table, when you love on someone when they're sick, when they're healthy, when you contribute to them financially and build up their lifestyle and their credit, when you love on your children and you establish or curate a good home, you don't have to settle for anything. That is the problem I'm having. It's an internal conflict, because while I wanted to stay true to my marriage and my family and my children, and that was the way I was socialized, and that's the way I believed I should have been, I still need for someone to look out for me. And at the end of the day, while he was an amazing person as a friend, I need a husband that sees me as a sexual being and as a woman. And that wasn't being fulfilled. And so I was selfish in that I left. And again, I have a lot of guilt about that. But if I can be honest, I don't have interest in being with a roommate. I will put everything into a relationship that I have. But what I'm not going to do is allow you to deplete my energy just because we need to save face and say we're a family.
Wow.
Because we can be a family and not be married.
Wow.
Now, can I interject now? I heard you and I heard you and I hear you. So that brings me to another question, but with a story, a quick story.
Mhm.
So my first merge, this is a safe place. Don't attack me, guys. I just want to share this.
Hey, y'all handle this. I need to go to bed. I've been saying for 2 hours. Y'all go ahead and go keep talking. I'll be back in a minute.
Wash your hands.
Of course I will.
So my first marriage, like I said, my husband is deceased, but we started to part. Mind you, I was maybe 28, no, 32. Let's say that, right? And we started to part ways because of the same issue you brought up. But the difference was then, and he was 3 years younger than me. The difference is once he started getting sick, I went back to him.
Yeah.
And when I went back to him, it was okay, my family, I've been through his wife, blah, blah, blah. So I had to stand strong with him because I took vows to God. Now, this is just my belief, it's not attacking you or anybody else. So I'm like, okay, I gotta stick this out. I went 7 years, no sex.
Bless your heart.
7 years, right? And he ended up leaving and, leaving here and everything, my son's father. But at the same token, I felt like I needed to do that because I was raised to be a wife. You feel me? So I had to see that through. And it was no sex. We got married really, really young. I got married at 21, 22. So me going back to him was, okay, look, the man has said I gotta be there. We were ultimate friends, had been friends since junior high school, but me personally, if I was sick, I had to turn the tables. If I was sick and I was married, and even though I wasn't the best wife to my husband, I would want him to be there for me and support me and still hold my family together.
And Chrissy, what you're talking about, first of all, what you did is admirable, and it is what a wife is supposed to do. I always say, even though I have been divorced 2 years, I am definitely getting married again. It's my space. It's where I'm most comfortable at, right? It's where I can contribute the most to. So what you said is definitely what God wants for us, and it's admirable. That is a different situation than having a healthy human being just take for granted that he's got this fine ass specimen who is just cooked and clean and took care of his kids, and he's too tired to come and do what he needs to do. I am 46 years old. I am not spending 20 years with no roommate. I want to have,
but that's why I'm saying
conversations and sex and all that.
Right. The question to you from me was the fact that you made that conscious decision and then you're saying you regret it.
I don't regret it.
You don't regret it?
No, I said that there is some shame when I share my story. And that's the truth, right? Because as we're socialized, women are supposed to tough it out. And that there is some shame, but never regret, right? But just like some guilt, right? Because I had this beautiful, what looked like on the outside, and many women can relate to this, what looks like on the outside as a perfect marriage, a beautiful marriage. But so many times we shrink ourselves and we disappear in that marriage, and our needs aren't always met, but we are socialized to meet those needs. And again, I can't wait for the opportunity to meet those needs and to be the wife that I am destined to become. But it has to be with the person that sees me as this sexual goddess, this person that really is a fine specimen. It can't be with somebody that just sees me as somebody that can cook and clean, because he can marry a housemaker and a chef. I don't need, I like to do those things, but I don't want to be just those things. So I made the decision that I want to be with a man that sees me for me, and then I will contribute those things in return.
Definitely.
But there's a lot of guilt and shame that comes with that, because you are breaking someone's heart. And it is very foreign for a woman to do that. That usually comes from a masculine man that says, I'm not happy, because he was socialized to believe that he can move on. We were not. So we stay and we stay and we stay.
Mm-hmm.
When I mentioned the degrees and I mentioned the ability to take care of myself, it wasn't to boast. It was to talk about freedom of choice. You know what I mean? I can leave who I want to leave because I've set my life up that way. There's so many women that stay because they can't.
Right.
So I wasn't saying it to say that degrees matter, because they do not. At the end of the day, you're a human being. But
Right.
because I got the degrees, because I have the career, because I make the money,
You put in the work.
I can say this is not working for me. In the same way, the men who are providers can get up and say, I'll still take care of you, and I'll still take care of the kids, but I'm leaving with Nikisha because that's who I want to be with.
All right, ladies, hold on just one. Let me do a dinner break here. It's 24 minutes after album. You guys are locked into your favorite eating riser. Boys, you'll like it. Right now, we have on the microphone on TikTok, we have the one and only Chrissy, and we have Miss Hanson out in Florida. They're talking about their truth. Miss Hanson has come to let everybody know that her truth, even though it's sometimes a little bit embarrassing, it hurts, and some may pause of it, she may regret, she has to live her truth. And we have Chrissy also talking to her about what it looks like and what it sounds like to the outside world. And I'm glad I got these two women on here, because if I said some of the stuff that Chrissy was saying, I get my ass tore up right now. And if I could question Miss Hanson some of the stuff, y'all women would tear me apart. So I gotta really say thank you, Miss Hanson, number one, for being transparent, and for Chrissy for actually being able to ask the questions that I can't ask. Ladies, please proceed.
So yeah, it's a difficult thing for me, because again, I'm most comfortable in a traditional space. If I could have it my way, I would stay home and do everything a woman needed to do. Unfortunately, Black women, and I relate, even though I'm bright as hell, I always identify and related to being a Black woman. We can't afford to always be stay-at-home wives and moms. So I've had to do what I've had to do, but I am very traditional, right? But being traditional doesn't mean not getting your needs met is what I'm saying, right? And being a good woman doesn't mean staying when you don't need to stay.
Can I ask you this question? I need to ask you a question, Ms. Hanson, okay? And what has this cost you to find your truth and your freedom emotionally and spiritually? What has it cost you, though?
That's a great question. That's a great question, because I think people minimize the cost, right? Not only with your peace, financially, it with the relationship that you have to rebuild with in-laws who are no longer your in-laws, with your family members. It comes at a great cost. But there was some man on your show yesterday that said the reason he's single is because he wants to have a peace of mind. And I encourage all women listening. Yes, peace of mind comes at a great cost, but it is so worth it at the end. If I was to live the rest of my life single, I would be okay, because what I don't want to do is settle. So do you want to be single or do you want to settle? And that's a very personal choice.
I have to agree with that, because I feel, I'm not going to say I settled with the first marriage. I'll say that I did what was needed for my family. But at the same token, I would never want a roommate, like you said.
That
I would never after. I would never put myself in a position wherein I had to solely depend on a man.
Yeah. And you know what? I think for me, I want to like look the other way and then look this. So this is real simple, right? But this is cute. So I want to be like, let's say we're on a date. I
Okay.
want to look this way and look the other way and see the admiration from the corner of his eye. I don't know how else to explain it. It might not make sense, but you want to know that the person that loves you not only loves you for the things you do for him, but kind of like digs you.
Right.
Thinks you're sexy and cool.
Definitely.
And that's what I want.
But can I ask you this question, though, Ms. Hanson? Let me ask you this here.
Mhm.
When that fades and you get older, what do you do?
It doesn't fade as you get older if you marry the person you're equally yoked with. I think the belief is that when you marry someone that things change, and yes, they do, but the admiration and the admiration that someone has and the desire that someone has, whether he can sexually perform or not, physically, isn't what I'm talking about.
Okay.
I'm talking about someone looking at you like you are the only, like, for instance, you have to have the bandwidth, the capability.
I'm
And
saying
so what my husband said to me was, I adored you. I loved you, but I didn't know how to because I wasn't taught how to. Like he doesn't have it in him.
But most men,
Some men are more
but
sensual.
most men don't have that because they don't see it at home. So how do we learn?
But some men do. And I'm of the thought that I'm positive and it's going to happen.
Okay,
And
so
I'm not
what if I
in a
met?
deficit.
Oh no, I understand that. But so if I married you, I fell in love with you, but I didn't have the capacity because I never seen it. And you know my past. And you're my wife. We have kids together, right?
Mhm.
Why, if you know what you're looking for, and I know some men are asking this, why wouldn't you teach me?
But this is what I'm telling you is that when we met, where I was at, he was what I needed. This is what we have to understand about human beings, not just men and women.
Mhm.
As human beings, we have different needs at certain in certain stages. So when you're 2, you want autonomy. When you're 14, you want autonomy because those are stages of development where you think you know it.
Mhm.
So when we're talking about human development,
Mhm.
we need things at different phases.
True.
Had I known when I met him what I would need now, I wouldn't have married him. Not because he wasn't a good human being,
Gotcha.
but because I was in a different stage, which brings me a lot of guilt and shame,
Mhm.
which men go through all the time, but no one ever says it's okay to leave. When a man decides that he no longer loves a woman, we give him shit.
Right.
But that isn't okay because he did love that woman at 25. He
Mhm.
doesn't love her at 40. It's okay to change preferences and needs based on human development.
See, I agree with you, but see, I agree with you, right? But then we have to question, right? When we talking about what you're saying, because this is all about being selfish at this point. It's not about the marriage.
It's not. If
Oh,
you
okay.
look at it from a deficit perspective, it is.
Okay.
So that's where my guilt and shame comes from. 'Cause I stayed-
Okay, so let me ask you this question then. Okay, so when you made the commitment to me, right?
Mhm.
Or I made the commitment to you. We said
Yeah.
what? Thick
In
and
sickness
thin,
and in death till death do us part.
good, bad, ugly, or indifferent.
But those vows were created
Mhm.
by a white man.
Don't do that. Don't you do that. No, I'm not going to do that. No, I'm not going to do that. No. I don't care who they were created by. You said them to me.
I didn't say shit. I said what everybody else was saying.
Wait a minute. So you didn't repeat those vows to your husband?
I repeated them in the same.
But you repeated those vows, regardless of who they created, what they meant, or whatever. You still said those vows, right?
I did.
And so you committed to what you said.
It's how we're socialized.
I get what you're saying, but I'm saying, okay, I understand what you're saying. I'm agreeing with you. I don't want to debate with you because you know I love you. I don't.
Now we wrote our own vows.
Okay, but hold on. Go ahead, Chris. Let Chris speak for a second. Go ahead, Chris. Go ahead.
Right. We wrote our own vows. because for whatever the reason, we wanted us to know what we were committing to,
Okay.
what the commitment was.
Okay.
And we have vowed every 5 years we will update our vows, be it in front of a church or just sitting in the middle of our home.
Mhm.
So it's still individuality. It's
And I get that. And like I said, I'm not here. Like I said, I love Miss Hanson, know her personally.
Yeah.
She's a good friend of mine, so she knows that what I say is for the show. But
Right.
there are people asking these questions, right? Like, okay, so now if you were to get married again, would you go by those vows or would you create your own vows?
And that's what I was trying to answer.
Miss
I
Hanson?
would say this: if I was to have, I am going to have the opportunity to get married again because I'm a wife.
That's right.
So that part. But I would say this: I would say that I would be more honest with myself because I failed myself first.
Mhm.
So I have to allow myself some grace. I failed him second, but I failed me first. So if I was to get married again, I would say be extremely honest with the fact that you're going to evolve, you're going to change. Only accept an engagement from a person that meets your needs.
Okay.
Do not settle. Do not think it'll get better. Do not say he's a good man because there are a lot of good black men. I'm telling you, I've met them. So the idea that there aren't, they exist.
Mhm.
And I love all of them, especially when you're black and tough. But anyway, so my point is, I would be more honest with myself about what it is that I'm going to need long term. I think for me, I was like, this is good.
Mhm.
He's a good man. He's into you. He likes you. This is good. I think we just need to be honest with what we need. So when it happens again and the engagement will happen,
Mhm.
I will have to think long and hard about what I didn't do right the first time.
Okay, so you said all that, you said your soliloquy, but I need you to answer my question, Ms. Hanson, if you will. Would you write your own vows, or would you go by the standard tradition of what white men said?
I think that I would definitely have a traditional African wedding this time. I don't want to subscribe to anything European this time.
Okay.
And I would be open to other wives as well this time. Not in the sense that I'm not enough.
Wait a minute. You said other wives. So you saying you're going through being in a polyamorous type relationship with your husband?
I'm not saying I'm looking for that.
No. But you said you're open.
But yes, because I'm not subscribing to the European stuff any longer.
Okay, so you saying that where you feel that you are right now, that you may need more than the man that you may be marrying.
No, I'm saying that my man is enough, but I know men may not think that one woman is enough.
Okay, but okay, so where did that part come from? Because that's just brand new in the conversation that we've been talking.
I'm saying that the type of man that I want.
You want freedom for him and for you. Go, let's see.
Freedom for him because that.
Come on, Ms. Hanson. Can we keep it real? You don't do like a show now. You want freedom for him and for you.
No, I'm not interested in having sex with anyone else.
So why would you want your man to have sex with somebody else?
Because the type of man I want is so spicy, he probably will.
So you understand that if he's going to be that spicy, he needs to be sexually involved with other women, and you're going to have to be okay with that.
I think that's where I've come to. Like I like a man that has a high sex drive,
Uh-huh.
and I don't think he's going to get. I don't think that I'm able.
The traditional man can't do that for you. Guys, so the traditional man that wants to be with a wife is not going to be enough for you. So you are understanding enough.
No, I'm not saying that I'm closed off to it. I'm saying that I'm trying to be open.
Gotcha. I understand. That makes sense.
The man that I like is kind of like. So my style of man is kind of like.
Makes sense though. No, but it makes sense though. If you want a man that's going to have a high sex drive, you need a man. And the average traditional guy, you're right. The average man is not going to have a high sex drive. But if he,
that women women like. So if we're dating, if women don't like you, I'm not turned on. Men that go places and their presence brings about an attraction, like their glow, their aura.
Okay, again, so what you like is what you like. So you need a man, what you see and what y'all see, y'all be able to work that thing up, but it's just not going to be traditional or what we understand it to be.
Not to say that it can't be.
It's not going to be. No, I'm not going to do that now. It's not going to be. There's no way in the hell what you saying going to work. No.
No, but we don't know because
we do know because it didn't work with you with the husband that you had that was a good man. So it don't work for you.
But no, let me finish. It's not. I want to box. First of all, it's really you have to be very careful what you say to the universe. So I never misspeak. So I'm not saying that I wouldn't be open to a traditional marriage where a man who was that dude and was satisfied with that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that some or most of the men that I attract, a lot of women like.
Ms. Hanson, let me say this to you, okay? Let me say this to you real quick, and I'm gonna let you get in here. But hold on, Ms. Hanson. Okay, I'm gonna say this to you. I'm gonna let Ms. Chris get in. Let me say this to you, Ms. Hanson. If I told you, baby, I love you, I'm gonna sex you all I want to, but for me to be able to do that, I need to be with other women, right? And because my sex drive is high, that would turn you on, and it would make you be with. It would.
No, that's some freak shit. We ain't the freak, Nick.
But that's what you're saying, though.
I'm saying
I love you. I'm attracted to you. I'm giving you everything I need, but I'm going to need more than just you. I told you that, right? When I walk into the room, I'm like, what?
I'm saying if you have some.
You ain't the freak me. Why come I can't be?
No, if you have some indiscretions, if you have some indiscretions, and I know you that dude, because I like handsome, bald dudes. Right?
Okay, I'm that dude now. Now what?
So I'm not going to be disillusioned by thinking, and I fly, but not to fly visually.
Okay.
I'm flying all aspects.
Okay, you got the head game. You got the down below game. Okay, cool.
So I'm not okay if my man steps out without telling me.
I'll tell you. I'm stepping out. You can come step with me. So now what?
I'm confused, Miss Hanson. You just threw a curveball,
but exactly.
Hold up. This is this boss chick that says she's so into herself and know what she wants.
Yes.
You're willing to share.
That's what I'm saying. Because I'm like I said, I come correct to you, but I tell you this is what I need to give you what you need.
It's not about sharing. Oh, that's sharing, baby. I'm sorry. Well, I think that men come at different levels.
Okay.
And I think that there are like some women date men with no teeth. I get that. Or no side teeth. I get that. Like some women date men that they share cars with. I get that. Or share bills with. I get that. But men at certain levels have options in the same way that women have options. I'm saying that I want a man that has options and that's secure, and it may mean that other women are attracted.
No. You dancing now. You tap dancing. You doing 7 Days Junior. You said what you said, Ms. Hanson. I love you, but we understand it. Stand in your truth. Stand in business.
Yeah, you got to
stand in business. Don't change now. It is what it is. You being truthful to this point. If your man go out there and hit somebody else, you will be okay with it as long as you're being satisfied. And he told you.
And that's where you're
okay, but no, Ms. Hanson. Let me say this to you. You can't control every aspect of what you want when you understanding that it is a lion out there that's wild. So you trying to control and have your cake and eat it too. And I love you, but I got to call you on this right here. It don't work like that. If you want that wild man, and you saying that I understand that maybe he has to, that's it. Whatever that has to is, that's what he's going to do, and you're going to have to accept, whether you like that or not, because you got choices. that man has his choices too. So you can't bake the cake and eat the same cake that you think that you're baking and think you're going to make me do what I want you to do as a man.
You're the same person that is a self-proclaimed bachelor.
I
with
am.
all these amazing women coming at you.
Right. But I'm very truthful to everybody, and I'm not claiming to claim anybody or saying I want anything. I'm telling you, no grass grows over here. You're saying this is what you want with your husband.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I'm open to it.
Right. For your husband. For your husband.
I'm saying that right now I'm only in a dating stage.
Okay.
And what I've come to find is that the men that I'm most attracted to attract a lot of women.
Okay, so
So, Miss Hanson, I'm trying to understand. You think the men you're attracted to, you like men that other women like. Am
I
I?
like men that, yeah, because I don't want a man, if you don't like them, I can.
Let me go a step further. Okay. So I'm that woman. I love men that's very fly and of the standard. Let me say that's of that standard. But I be daggone if I'm gonna belittle me, and this is my personal preference. I would never belittle myself in saying I don't think I'll be enough for him, or I don't. Wait a minute, because that's what you just said.
No, I never said I didn't think I'd be
Miss Hanson, let us speak. Then I'll let you speak. Okay.
You said, you just said other women would want him or like him and want him to have options. If I'm laying with you, I am the only option. There's no other. No. It's no thing, Miss Hanson, because if the tone is set, if there's another option even in the thought or in the mix, I'm out. See, that's part of the problem. I feel like a lot of women go back and they'll say, okay, as long as you be with me, you can have this one or you can have that one, but I'm the wife or that's that one. That's that one to me. That's that. I would never ever put myself on that platform of saying, oh well, long as I'm the wife or long as no, Miss Hanson, you're better than that.
And what I want to say is stand in your truth. If that's what you want, Miss Hanson.
But here's the thing.
Go ahead.
I think that what I'm saying is being misconstrued, and I'll be very clear because I have no problems with communicating.
Okay.
Right? I don't have any problems with communicating articulately. That's not an issue.
I do, but go ahead.
But what I'm saying to you is a lot of women date men who aren't attractive in a sense, or that maybe they share cars with, or they pay 50-50 bills with, or whatever. And other women aren't attracted to those men, right? I'm saying that that's number one. Number two, a lot of women are sharing, but don't know they're sharing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a realist. I'm a beautiful, good woman.
Gotcha.
But all women share. All women share.
That's not true. That's not true.
You might not know it. But
I'm a disagree with you on this answer.
that's not you.
No, I don't agree with that at all.
Listen, whether you know it or not, you don't share regularly, but men and women cheat.
Okay, but Miss Hanson, and I have to be, and I'm the guy that to be the odd guy out here, and I love what you're saying, but I'm going to say this here: there are men and women that are true to the person in front of them and don't want anybody else. When I was married, Miss Hanson, I didn't cheat. I didn't flirt. I didn't because
I didn't say all men.
No, but I'm saying, but you said,
women said all men don't cheat. I didn't say all men. But okay, I'm saying men and women cheat equally.
There are men and women that do cheat. Can we be honest about that? But all men and women do not cheat. No. There are some women that fall in love with a man and will never give her body or her
attention. That don't cheat.
Okay.
Do you know the men that don't cheat?
Do I know men that don't cheat? I was one of them when I was married. Yes.
Why?
Why I didn't cheat? Because I never wanted a woman like you or Christy or Rachel or Kimberly to say that you slept with me. So I never cheated on my wife. You was never going to get that privilege to say that about my wife. One thing I can stand on business about when I was married to my second wife or my first wife, I didn't cheat. I took that serious. So all men do not cheat. All women do not cheat. So I'm not going to agree with you on that because I am the dude that did not cheat.
So I misspoken saying all because that's a generalization.
Okay.
And I'll take that back.
Okay.
But the men that cheat are usually the one that have options, and the women that cheat are usually the one that have options. I only want a man with options.
Okay. But I understand what you're saying. You want a good looking man that other women want, and he knows that they desire, and he's about that life. You're saying that I will give you a pass because I want you to, because other women want you. Now I'm not
saying I'd give him a pass. I'm saying if we had the discussion where he said to me, I don't want to cheat on you. I want to be open with you.
Okay.
I want to have a trusting relationship. So I would prefer to take on a second wife, that I'd be open to that.
Okay, and again,
dignity and respect.
Okay, and again, I want everybody to understand what we just went to, because we just changed the whole conversation here. Okay, whether you realize that or not, Ms. Hanson, that's where you are, and that's fine. I'm not judging you. You're okay to that portion in your life to get what you want. That is the price you have to pay for what you want. And okay, but let me say this. Let me say this now. You understand there's a price you feel. Let me say this. You feel there's a price you may have to pay to get what you want, and that's the price you are willing to pay for what you want in your life. And I'm not judging, but that's what you just said to us. That's not where everybody else may be. You see what I'm saying?
Traditional.
It's not. But what I'm saying is I don't want nobody to judge you, but I want people to understand what we're saying. You have accepted that this is a price I may have to pay to get what I want. And I'm okay with that. And we're okay with that for you. Because I don't want people knocking you for what you just said. Because what you just said, Ms. Hanson, it really was loaded as hell to the average person. I get you.
It should be.
But I'm saying, but to the average person listening right now, what you just said, you was about to get thrown across the internet, and you may break the internet with the folks you just, excuse my French, but what would you just say?
Has been my entire life as being my authentic self.
Right.
There's so many people on here that feel the way or want to say what I say that will never. So
exactly.
Authenticity is what I stand on.
Exactly. And you know something, you have talked about this. I love you for that. You know what I'm saying? And we appreciate you for that. You have got me on after 6 o'clock for that. Okay? So keep speaking.
Thank you. I appreciate you. And I know it's not easy to hear, and I see the criticism.
But we're not worried about that. We're not worried about that. Like I said, because there are a plethora of women that feel the exact same way you feel, and they don't have a voice. What Ms. Hanson is able to do, she's out of Florida. She's able to give a voice to what she feels. That's why I said I'm not judging her. You know, I'm going to be the moderator on this show to make sure that we understand. I heard what you said, and we don't all agree with you. But it is your life. And if you feel this is the price that Ms. Hanson has to pay to get what you want, baby girl, pay your price, get your toll, and go on across that bridge. I ain't mad at you.
And that's what's up. That's why I fuck with you.
Exactly. Anybody? Hey, Mr. Chris, you got anything you need to add to this?
No. I mean, it's been fun, Miss Hanson. You my girl. We cool. Much respect. I disagree, baby. That's all, and it's okay to disagree. You know.
Hey, and again, everybody should live in their truth. One thing I think Ms. Hanson said today for everybody that I think we need to truly embrace: live your truth regardless of how people feel about you. And that's something I say on this show all the time because I tell you guys my truth. I don't give a damn how y'all feel about me. But this is my life, my choice, and my time. And that's why I think everybody on here needs to go buy my merch at JoeLucky.com.
You ain't shit.
Hey, go buy that merch right there. at joelocking.com. If you feel like Miss Hanson, you feel like Christy, go buy my merch. I love y'all, man. I'm getting ready to get out of here. I've been on here for almost 3 hours. I love you guys. Tim, Tay Moore, Ashtimas, Liberty. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Ebony will be here. We're going to see The Color Purple. I love you guys. Have a great night. All right. Adios. Thank you, there. All right. Facebook and YouTube. We live tonight. Y'all see that was a lively show, man. I appreciate you guys so much tonight, man. Wow. Just never know where a show's gonna go. Thank you guys for making me one of your evening stops wherever you are tonight. Hopefully I become the #1 show that in the evening time that was spicy and stuff as people speaking the truth. It's the Joe Locker Show on YouTube and Facebook. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscribe button, that's free. Hit the like button, it's free. Comment. If you guys just watching it after the show is live, comment, man. I love you guys if you guys got this for the show. You guys have a great day or night wherever you're watching my show at. I love you. I love you. I love you. I studio.